Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Right, another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A battle court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jai-Alai, live from Jam Arena. Tonight's game day will feature the Devils and Fireballs. And with that, I'd like to welcome everybody to the first part of our Friday doubleheader here at Jam Arena. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you tonight's afternoon matchup between the Devils and Fireballs, getting right into it with some Division II singles. That'll bring out Benny for the Devils and Arrutia there for the Fireballs. Benny, he was quick with it. There's the serve. We're already under play.
Robote comes to the forehand to Benny. Arrutia commits to the 10 line, backhand. Benny, 2-all, light touch, opening up, not enough. Karam does. First point of this match goes to Arrutia. Of the Fireballs, he serves.
Good opportunity here for Arrutia early on. Benny shoots that 2-all, but look at where he picks it off. I mean, he's just on the wood, a foot or two, and then pokes in with the carom to score. Well done. He's on the board first.
Here's the backhand by Benny. Robote forehand by Arrutia. Benny going deep, trying to pass. He does. Arrutia takes off, gets assessed on it, flips it behind his back. Great effort. It lands wide. 1-1. Benny serves.
Well, trying to do all he can to save that Robote. That was a blind save behind his back. That would have been creative even for Urrutia's standards. That would have been an incredible save. But look, Benny's going to be a tough matchup here in singles. He's been getting better and better each season. Urrutia is 2-0 all-time against Benny. However, both of those matches did go on to a third set. You see that again. Look at the attempt. I mean, he got it up there, hit the side wall.
He took off.
Is that legal or totally illegal, Stu?
Behind
Is
the
that
back?
like a change of motion?
No,
really?
I think we would let him have that.
Okay.
There's a backhand by Urrutia.
Oh.
Second point for Urrutia of the Fireballs. Urrutia serves.
Yeah, one of the
It
more
is an excellent question, though.
Yeah.
What side of the body it
Yeah,
constitutes a reverse? I guess it would depend on, yeah, we'll think about that.
Urrutia there. I mean, one of the more underrated parts of his game is his power. I mean, he shot that rebote hard, straight inside, and Benny was on a full sprint. He couldn't get across the court in time.
Rebote forehand by Urrutia. Passes wall to wall. Rebote for Benny. To the outside. He makes a save. Urrutia has it. Drop shot. Crossing the wall to score. 3 points for Urrutia. He serves.
Mentioning the power and a little finesse here with the drop shot. He takes a look, scopes it out, then just cuts off the swing. Once you get Benny on his heels, taking one step back, it's really hard to recover and get that drop shot before the second bounce. Smart play by Urrutia early, really moving Benny around the entire width and length of this court. And it's opened up a 3-1 lead for him.
Beautiful catch by Benny off the wall. Scoop attempt, missed. A 4th point for Urrutia. He serves. Benny was going up there with the intent, like so many players, trying to catch the ball in the air, but you see it dropping. You have to go for the scoop.
Now,
Definitely more difficult. But
yeah, he was committed to that one, moving up on it, as you said. Once you do that, you may leave yourself a difficult scoop, and it backfired that time. Now 4-1.
Powerful backhand by Benny. Rebote midcourt. 2-all is out. 2 points for Benny of the Devils. Benny will pick up the serve.
And that's a big break for Benny. I mean, he usually keeps his backhands tighter to the sidewall than that. That was just a pretty big miss, giving it to Urrutia on the outside, maybe more middle of the court. Just push the 2-all wide off the rebote. Not going to get many better opportunities than that.
Powerful, powerful forehand. That will pass. Passes back wall and scores 5 points for Urrutia. This is possible. Set point. When you commit to the back, you have to make a choice. And now that there's, as we've been saying throughout the season, now there's a Chick-Chack and Shula back here. If you have the power to pass your opponent, there's a high premium on passing.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, not many guys from the right side can do that from the 10-line. Urrutia just rifled that one deep, and Benny had no chance. That was way over his head.
It's a powerful backhand by Benny. Rotate forehand. Passes. Benny looking for the rebote. The twist. Lands in. Urrutia winds up. Inside placement scores. Point and set to Urrutia. He takes the first set 6-2. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
Strong start for Urrutia here. Costado straight inside that time to score for the win. Urrutia off to a great start. I mean, really in all competitions here in singles and doubles, but in singles he's still undefeated, 2-0 to begin this season with wins over Inaki and Alex. Actually, 2 pretty good wins in this group as well. For Benny, he's 1-3 this year. His only win came against Inaki. That was back on February 24th. Since that point, he lost to Goenaga in straight sets, Alex in straight sets, and he pushed Iturbide to a third set, but lost that one, unfortunately, as well. You know, for Benny, he is the only true backcourter in this division that is loaded with just elite front quarters. And this is Division 2 we're talking about, not even Division 1, but the talent there is just, it's really incredible. Benny showing some good stuff. We'll see what he's got coming out here for set number 2. And Urrutia just probably hoping for more of the same. We'll give you the rest of the slate here this afternoon. Again, if you heard us at the top of the broadcast, we are playing a doubleheader today. So you're not going to see these two teams later tonight. It will be, what does that, Stu? The Chargers and the Warriors, right? So the Chargers and Warriors will be playing at 7 p.m. tonight. Devils and Fireballs here at 3 p.m. The only time it's going to happen this season, folks. So make sure you stay tuned the entire way through.
Four singles. In South Florida, join us.
South Florida area, come on down. We're open to the public, and then we got Matt Friend coming in. He's doing a comedy show after the games tonight. So
is he a friend of yours?
Not a friend of mine, but I hear he's a local guy. So maybe
I heard he's friendly.
Yeah, we'll talk to him. Hopefully, get that opportunity. So after this, we'll see Benetrix against Ikeda. One of 4 singles matches that's on the slate. Then we'll go to doubles with Benny and Rock against Lalu and Stan. Then we'll go back to singles. Arats will take on Nicholas. Then we'll see Kubala plays CRB. Then the finale tonight, Division 1 doubles with Echeverry and Arats against Urrutia and Nicholas. Those will be the 6 matches in order tonight. Ready to begin our second set here, this opening match. Benny will have the serve.
Benny serves. Our second set has begun. That is an overserve. Second serve must be good. Arruti from the 10 line on the forehand. Powerful right side passes. Benny looking for the rebote. 2-all with a light touch. Thrown perfectly by Benny to score. Well done. Benny first up on the board here in the second set. He serves.
Well, great adjustment here by Benny to start off this second set. Able to react to this rebote, so he gets out there and then throws a perfect 2-all, his best one of the day. In control, in rhythm, kind of backing up too off his footing. That was really well done. Well, when Arrutia gets it on the right side, he can pass. So Benny knows that when he sees him wanting to get up, he can take off and get out there for the rebote.
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good. Chief Judge moves pretty quick, huh?
Say that was pretty good. Crashed into the side wall a little bit too.
I think in his career
he's got some experience with that.
Here's the backhand by Arrutia. Benny stops it in the air. Arrutia from the 7 line. Costado 2-all by Arrutia scores. We're tied up 1-1 in the second set. Arrutia serves.
You know, guys on this roster throw the 2-all a little differently. Some guys really get it to open up, but Arrutia just throws it hard. Like into the sidewall, it just explodes and opens up in a hurry. When the ball's moving that quickly, I mean, you have to move with it. You're not going to outrun the ball, so you got to position yourself even before he's making that throw, which leaves space inside. He's killed you that way too. Just so many options with Arrutia's game, and what a catch there up the wall.
Tremendous catch by Arrutia deep in the backcourt. Rebote forehand. Tipped at the 9 line. 2 points for Arrutia. He serves. That catch was just, I mean, you were having such a good time with it. I didn't want to interrupt.
No,
on the play-by-play, but you're absolutely right. I mean, he not only did he commit, look where he is. His cesta, his body, everything is against the wall to pull that ball off of the wall.
There's only one double-digit line. And, oof,
that's an ace for Arrutia. 3 points and the serve.
I mean, this ball's moving out there, and give credit to Arrutia. Maintained its height and at that speed, crossing deep. That's tough for anybody to handle.
Excellent catch by Benny off the hard serve by Arrutia. Backhand. This one's going wall to wall. Rebote comes out to the 6 line. 2-all by Benny. Lands out. 4 points for Arrutia of the Fireballs. He serves.
And don't fault Benny at all for going for that 2-all off the rebote again. I mean, what are the other options? You just lay something up to the inside, and Arrutia is going to attack on that. He's been relentless with his pace and pressure from the start. Lead up to 4-1 in this second set.
Backhand 2-all by Benny. Stop by Urrutia. Urrutia powerfully. What a catch by Benny. Here's the backhand from the 7. What a catch by Urrutia. 2-all. That's out. 5 points for Urrutia here in the second set. This is possible set and possible match point for Urrutia.
And just really hasn't been an answer all day from Benny. I mean, snapped that 1-2-all in this set. Got a break in the first set with one of those 2 points. So, look, I mean, seems like Urrutia's got this one. Just has to close it out here. We've seen some difficulty the last few weeks with these.
Powerful serve by Urrutia. That's a beautiful backhand by Benny. Urrutia goes to the floor to make the save. Benny's got it midcourt. Rotate save by Urrutia. Midcourt placement picked up by Benny. Benny from the Costalo to the outside. That will shoot back to the floor and score. Well thrown. Benny's got 2 points. Still possible match point for Urrutia.
Well, finally got Urrutia to just kind of lay up one of these rebotes. He's done a great job of powering them to keep Benny deeper in the backcourt, but here it was above his head. Benny's got it in the service box and goes high to pass. See how far up Urrutia is, how close he is to the front wall. Just send it over his head. Make sure you touch the floor first before the back wall. And you're going to get that bounce into the floor. It's only Benny's second point. Needs a few more of those.
Powerful backhand by Urrutia. Rebote comes right up the middle. Benny went for it. On the outside, it hit the outer pad. That is point and a straight set victory to Urrutia, winning our first match 6-2, 6-2.
And a great start for Urrutia and the Fireballs handling their business in the opening match. They take a 1-0 lead over into this Division 4 singles. Coming up next, it will be Benetrix against Ikeda. It's coming up in about 2 minutes.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Joined by our winner, Urrutia, over in the cage. Congratulations, Urrutia. Undefeated so far at Jam Arena in singles, now 3-0. What do you like most about this court in singles play that you think adjusts to your style of play?
Yeah, today I think I control more the game. Not like the last day when I opened the cancha at David. Today I think I let less opportunity at Benny for remata.
Yeah.
and I think I play more chill in my game, and that's it.
Awesome, Urrutia. Very well said, and a great win to start off the day for your team. Congratulations and good luck the rest of the way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, sticking with singles, going down to Division 4. That'll bring out Benetrix for the Devils and Ikeda for the Fireballs. When I think of Urrutia, I don't think chill. Was that just you? You know?
Well, Benetrix uses that word
Yeah.
in like every fourth sentence.
Oh yeah, and they've been hanging out. Yeah.
They may have. It may have rubbed off, but I mean, he was right. I mean, that he played very comfortable. If he was using chill for feeling relaxed and comfortable, that's exactly how he looked.
Totally under control from the start. Just a great win. Benetrix and Ikeda here. Benetrix undefeated this year at 3-0. It's a great start for him. Ikeda's been actually pretty solid in singles too with that 2-2 record. Ikeda's 2 wins coming, let's see here. I think the first one was against Cabrera, and then the other one had to have happened earlier this week. Still. Can't find exactly what it is. But in this case, last season when these two played, you know, you look at the stats, you look at Benetrix in singles, you'd say, well, he's got a big advantage. But last year when they played, this match went to a third set, went down to the final point. 6-5, Benetrix was able to pull it off. So again, Ikeda's tough, and he loves playing against top competition, and he always kind of plays up to the level of his competition too. So we'll see what he's got here for Benetrix. He should have his hands full in this one. Match 2, about ready to begin.
We're ready to begin our second match. Benetrix has the serve for the Devils.
And that second win for Ikeda was against Julin just this past week on the Chargers.
Benetrix serves, gets that big bounce. We begin. Powerful, powerful forehand. Ikeda coming out, eyes on the ball. That goes the forehand of Benetrix. Benetrix. Oh, what a catch by Ikeda. Robote to the inside. That will score. Well played by both players. First point of this match goes to Benetrix. With the Devils, he serves.
A good opportunity early on there for Benetrix. Had it on the forehand. Ikeda made a great catch to keep that rally going. Take a look here. Left side Robote, though. Ikeda was moving up on it. He was expecting Benetrix to just lay something up. He threw it hard and kept it close enough to the sidewall that Ikeda couldn't recover and get back in that point.
Benetrix keeps it on the forehand, sends it deep. He does pass and throws a chick-chack from behind the 9 line to score. Well done. 2 points for Benetrix. He served.
Yeah, and a tough matchup here for Ikeda just based on the power, right? I mean, Benetrix can pass from just about anywhere from both sides. Ikeda a little more limited at that capacity. Benetrix has just really taken over these first 2 points, forcing Ikeda to lay up a few Robotes. So that's an overserve.
Ball. Overserve. Second serve must be good.
And if Benetrix can continue to pass that easily and take control of the points early on, that's going to be tough for Ikeda. He doesn't throw enough shots off the Robote to make it happen offensively.
Robote right up the middle. Scoop by Ikeda. Karam comes to the forehand of Benetrix. Sidearm Karam on the return. Scores. A third point for Benetrix of the Devils.
And Ikeda, he knows that Benetrix is tough, so he's trying to create a little bit of offense for himself, trying to use that hip fake a little bit, but Benetrix not fooled at all. He was staying outside, knew the Karam was coming, and made him pay on the next throw.
Here's the backhand by Ikeda. Robote, left side. Scoop. Forehanded pass.
Yeah.
Ikeda gets the point.
Well, finally, I mean, Ikeda gets one over Benetrix's head, and he does it off of a very difficult catch. I mean, he committed to that scoop, made the play, and then when he does, sends it over his head, drops it off the floor. And that Robote actually came out more than Benetrix was expecting. He was about the 9 line because he didn't think it was going to come out nearly that far. And Benetrix has been looking at his right arm, shaking it out from the first point of this match. So it's something to monitor, but seems to be okay for now.
Robote up high. That hit the overhead screen. A 4th point for Benetrix. He's got the serve.
See, again, he's just shaking it out. Every time he's going back, he's talking to the cage, he's reaching for the arm. Look, Benetrix is as important to his team as any player in Battle Court. In singles, he's, again, hasn't lost a match in his career. He's been flawless. And in doubles, too, he adds just tremendous value. You hate to see him be out.
Robote coming up the middle, 2-all. Ikeda got out there, makes the stop on the forehand, returns a Karam. That will land wide. A 5th point, possible set for Benetrix.
Yeah, great defense that time. Ikeda picks it off the net, but left a little to be desired on the throw. Kind of kicked off the front wall at a sharp angle here. You'll see the reaction. Ikeda's got it outside. He goes for more of a high bounce Karam, but see that spin off the front wall, just kicks it open and out of play, right onto the wood.
Benetrix commits to the back. Here's a powerful forehand. Backhand by Ikeda. That's well thrown. A little too high. That hit the overhead screen. Point and set to Benetrix. Wins the first set 6-1. 2 minutes go on the board. Come back out, play our next set.
Benetrix looking strong again to start off this singles match. 6-1. He takes down Ikeda in the first set. It's been quite the run of singles for this Devils team too. In the month of March, well, really March 13th, March 19th, they played 2 game days where they had 4 singles matches. They lost that first one to the Warriors. They lost the second one to the Chargers. Here they are in another heavy singles day against the Fireballs. And we'll see how they fare. You know, based on the construction of this Devils team, probably more favorable for doubles than singles. They're very balanced with Aratz and Benny as their top 2 players, both as backcourters, and then they have Echeberry and Benetrix in the 3 and 4 respectively, which are, you know, great players for those ranks. And then you got Kubala as a 5. So, you know, it's always the balance within this Devils team. You see Rocket in there trying to massage that bicep area of Benetrix. So after today, only 8 of the 30 matches left for the Devils will be singles matches. So again, over 73% of the matches for the rest of the year will be doubles, and that's what the Devils are really hoping for. They're also hoping that Benetrix is okay. They're getting a lot of work in there, just trying to stretch him out. You know, again, if it were more of an issue, they probably would have taken an injury time out, but here he is, just letting Rock massage it, doing what he typically does for players on his team and others. Looks like we're ready to go for this second set. Benetrix making his way out there. Ikeda's, well, he would have served already if he could.
Ikeda's always ready to, you know, he's definitely prepared to get it going.
Beginning the second set here in just a few moments. For the Fireballs too, that's a team that probably even stronger in singles than they are in doubles. The Fireballs have the same situation as the Devils. After tonight's game day, they will have 8 singles matches left and 22 doubles matches across their final 5 game days.
Ikeda serves. Our second set is now underway. Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Here's the backhand by Benetrix. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Benetrix will take it on the bounce. Gustavo hard to the inside. Will score. First point of the second set goes to Benetrix at the Devils. He serves.
And you see this a lot in singles. The guys are so worried about the shots to the outside of the court that they leave the inside a little bit more open. With Benetrix's power here, he keeps it tight to the side wall. That's the key, but able to beat Ikeda to the side wall, and he gets the first point of set 2.
Beautiful catch down low by Ikeda. Right to the side wall like glue the whole way. Forehand trying to pass. Benetrix cuts it off at the 8. Here's the backhand by Benetrix. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Benetrix cuts it off at the overserve line. Two all, throwing hard. Stopped by Ikeda. Ikeda hard to the inside. Scoop attempt missed. Rebote not there. 1-1 in the second set. Ikeda serves.
He was trying to outrun that ball as it crossed the side wall. Actually had a good opportunity, but this is where the point kind of gets away from Benetrix. It's a 2-all that doesn't score. Ikeda crossing the side wall, puts it on the floor first, and Benetrix went for the scoop, missed it. Rebote wasn't there on the back end. Perfect. It was set up beautifully, too, right from the first throw. I mean, forced Ikeda Rebote. He caught it up at the 6 line, sent it over his head, and it's a perfect chick-chack. I mean, all these points for Benetrix, I mean, pretty simple, too, and uncontested. High floater, crossing that sidewall late. Makes the catch as difficult as possible for Benetrix there, and his first missed catch of the day.
It's a powerful backhand by Benetrix. Bote comes to the sidewall. That's off the tip of Ikeda Sesta. A 3rd point for Benetrix. Benetrix serves.
It's the importance of getting that ball close, or if not, as tight to the sidewall as possible once it comes out for the rebote. I mean, Ikeda was there, he was in position, but you can't do anything with it when that ball is tight to the sidewall like that.
Powerful backhand by Ikeda. Clips the wall, goes to the forehand of Benetrix. Benetrix will look to pass. It's off the sidewall. Shooting down. It's a beautiful read by Ikeda. Benetrix has it on the bounce. Looking for another chick-jack. That one will shoot down to score. 4th point for Benetrix. The Devils, he serves.
Yeah, I mean, again, great effort and great read this time by Ikeda, but he's just surviving some of these points. I mean, again, he's been running here into the backcourt pretty consistently. He was able to save the rebote the first time around that time and opened up. Gets the lead to 2 for Benetrix.
Ball over serve. 2nd serve must be good. Powerful backhand. Caught in the air. Big right side to the forehand of Ikeda. Ikeda plays it high. Benetrix makes the catch at the 10. It's a real powerful forehand. That is tipped by Ikeda towards the outside of the court. That is a 5th point here in the 2nd set. Bring us to possible match point for Benetrix.
Tough grab by Ikeda's ranging back. He's not really sure where the cage is coming in, and just a tip ball there. Looks like that's going to end it.
The ace will score. Point, set, and match for Benetrix. Taking it in straight sets, 6-1, 6-2.
So the Devils tie up this game day courtesy of Benetrix. Straight set victory over Ikeda. One of 2 doubles matches coming up next. Division 5 will bring out Benny and Rock against Lalu and Stan. Take a look at the practice there ongoing.
Benny's always a
Division
blast when
5
he's in the front
doubles.
court.
Yeah, it's been fun this year still.
And now against Lalu, this will be very interesting.
Well, let's take a look at some replays, though, from match number 2. A lot of Benetrix highlights here in singles. Beautiful rebote there, turned inside, close to the sidewall. No chance for Ikeda there. And then here off the rebote. Ikeda makes the stop, gets to it. Oh, but the carom is wide. Inside placement again. Yeah, it's just so much you have to be fearful of when Benetrix winds that up, so you can't commit either way, and then he can throw the chick-chack there in the corner.
Yeah,
kill you.
not coming out at all.
Kill you in so many different ways. This time beats him inside, opens up off the back wall. And his catching, too, is so underrated. I mean, you got to catch the ball to be able to do something with it and keep it, I mean, very simply. I think Manu was the first one that told me that like 5 years ago, and it's stuck. I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I mean, that's what you have to do. And Benetrix is one of the top catchers in all of Battle Court singles. And then the serve, oh, an ace there ends it. 6-2 in that second set, straight set victory overall, and Benetrix improves to 4-0 this season in singles. So 9-0 now in his career. He'll have a chance with one match left to go for another perfect season. Benetrix making his way over to the cage after that win. Looks like he's ready to go. Let's hear from the Division IV player for the Devils. Congratulations, Benetrix. Another win for you now, 4-0 this season. You know, Ikeda always a tough opponent. So what was the strategy coming out there for you tonight?
Like the last game, like honestly, to be consistent, play my game, and even if I won the first set, like not try like, I don't know, kill shots, stuff like that. And at the beginning of the second set, I tried to kill shots, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna make the same mistakes like against Unda. So yeah, I think that was good.
Awesome, Benetrix. Well done there. You tied up the game day. We'll see what happens the rest of the way. Good luck to your team.
Thank you.
Division 5 doubles just about ready to get started. Benny and Rock will take on Lalu and Stan. Benny and Rock 4-3 so far this season. Lalu and Stan right up there with them. That 4-2 record for the Fireballs, two of the top teams in Division 5. This is the first time that the Fireballs and Devils have matched up in the regular season, so this is the first of two matchups between Benny and Rock and Lalu and Stan. Benny and Rock will play this team twice in their last 3 matches.
Benny serves, we begin. Stan on the catch, here's the backhand. Rock plays it deep. Rebote on the wall. Lalu makes a save. Here's Benny on the bounce. Backhand to the inside. Rock at the back wall. Front quarter is giving him space. Rock again, deep in the backcourt. Powerful backhand, stays inside. Stands there. Stan's able to pass from the left side of the back wall. Here's Benny, forehand. Rock gets in there, makes a difficult catch down low. That backhand kicks up and hits the overhead screen. That's out of play. First point of this match goes to Fireballs, Lalu and Stan.
Well, typically when Benny and Lalu are up here in the front court in this division, you'd expect fast-paced action and shots from the front court. But look who they're playing against today. This is the toughest matchup, arguably, for both of these front quarters. So I think you're going to see a couple more rallies in the backcourt, testing these guys here, because you got Division 6 players back there, and the simplest way to win points is to try to kill it there in the corner.
Rock pulls one from the wall beautifully. Backhand, midcourt. Stan advances to take the ball in the air. Benny playing deep. He's at the 9. Stan on the catch, backhand. Benny hits the back wall this time, sending the rebote out to Lalu. Rock, fine catch off the bounce. Benny now from the 7 line. Stands there, pulled it off the wall at the 10. Stan advances to take the ball in the air. Rock on the back wall. That's a beautiful catch. Forehand clip, puts it on the forehand of Lalu. Lalu, Cortada, stopped by Benny at the 7. Stands there. Stan again, backhand from the 9. Powerful backhand by Benny. Robote, that rebound off the back wall comes out. Lalu has it on the forehand. Benny's there. Another big backhand by Benny. Robote, again to the forehand of Lalu. Stand from the 9 to the inside. At the wall, rocks there. Benny from the 9 line, powerful throw, high and hard to the back wall. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Lalu. Picked up on the bounce by Benny. Lalu playing deep backhand from the 8. Here's Stan now from the 8 to the inside. Tough one, goes to the corner. Lalu, beautiful Robote. Caught in the air by Benny. Benny on the backhand, right back to the corner. Robote comes out. Lalu's there again. Excellent play by all 4 players. The second point goes to Lalu and Stan of the Fireballs.
And if the Devils want to get into this type of game, I don't know if they have much of a chance against these Fireballs. Lalu's got more power. He's got a better right side Robote, and Stan has been much more consistent than Rock here in the back. I mean, the identity of this Devils team has been shot making with Benny up in the front. You can't stray too far away from what gets you points because, I mean, you got to start putting something up on the board eventually.
Here's the backhand by Rock. Stan coming cross court to keep it on his left side.
And I don't know if this is the best way to get points, like just Rock here at the 9 line, throwing it back inside.
Robote forehand by Benny. Lalu reaching in, backhand from the 8. Into the corner, Rock with control, or maintaining control, gets the backhand. I really didn't know how to announce that. Just, I missed one. That ball is tipped. A third point for Lalu and Stan. Lalu serves. Yeah, that was just, I mean, the way he went into the corner, made the catch, settled the ball, got it off. I mean, tough. Rats makes it look easy. A few other guys, too. It's not.
Yeah, they do.
A hard serve by Lalu. It's an ace. 4 points for Lalu and Stan. Lalu serves.
You know, and also one thing that Benny loves to do in this division is pick serves.
You're
You're not picking this serve, huh?
There's every possibility Lalu will serve at 1,000 miles an hour, and Benny's going to scoop it.
I was going to say it's coming twice as hard on average as probably the other players in this group. But
Benny
there he
picks
goes.
the serve. 2-all into the pad, and the pad is bad. 5 points for Lalu and Stan. Possible set point. Well, you said that something needed to change, and obviously it did. Benny felt it. The only thing I would say is that, you know, pick your serve, no problem. pick the serve that you're going to do that off of, because if the ball's coming at you and you're in an awkward position because it's coming at you so fast or so hard that you don't have your footing, it screws up everything after that. Yeah. Or it can. Benny picks another one. There's 2-all. That's out. Point and set for Lalu and Stan. They take the first set 6-0. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
And went for it again. That was an extremely difficult catch there along the side wall. And, you know, he's just under so much pressure to put a point on the board when he does cut one off there. And, you know, first one was low and then compensates for the next one and throws it high and out of play.
We saw him do it the other day and do a high degree of confidence. There's no question he can. The guy serving against him was a different type of serve. Lalu has one of the best serves in all of the World Jai-Alai League. And not just crossing the wall, which Benny picked the second one just fine. First one didn't cross the wall, but it was coming low with power.
Yeah.
And it really is just a question of, if you're committed to throwing a 2-wall, but you're out of position, you got to make that snap decision in the course of a half second, to just keep the ball in play. Drop shot, you know, just throw it back if you have to. But anything to keep it in play if you're out of position to throw the 2-wall.
You know, for Lalu and Stan, 4-2 overall this year. They actually are coming off of a loss earlier this week. That was against the Looks like that was against Eggy and Julin, right? That handed them their first loss since back in about the end of February. This team was struggling early on while Lou and Stan. They look a lot different than they do today. And Stan was not nearly as consistent as he's been the last few weeks here in the backcourt. While Lou was kind of pressing, he was playing way deep, like back at the 9 line. Now, this is a, kind of a well-oiled machine. You got Stan playing his role in the back. You got Lalu very comfortable with his backcourter and showing him that confidence by where he's standing. I mean, not going much further than the 8 line and just playing his role, utilizing his power and getting points that way. If you're the Fireballs, with the makeup of this team, Lalu not as much of a shot maker as Benny, so you don't really need to rely on landing shot after shot to put points up on the board. It can happen for this Devils team, and they could go on a big run, sure, but again, when the shots aren't there and you're playing against a high-quality front quarter, how can you put points on the board? We'll see how they adjust in set 2.
Ready to begin our second set. Benny has the serve. Catch by Stan. Low runner to the inside. Oh!
It's perfect.
That scores. Well thrown. First point of the second set goes to Lalu and Stan of the Fireballs.
Well, you try to test Stan with that outside serve, and it backfires because Benny's trapped. He can't cut back in, so Rock's alone on an island in the backcourt, and it was a perfect low runner by Stan that time to trip him up.
Rock with a fine catch. Cortada scores. 1-1. Benny serves.
Different look, but same idea there from Rock. Just throw it to open space.
He's done it pretty consistently. This is the hardest, I think, that he's thrown it. He usually drops it in there.
Right, and look at
this
where
was
he
thrown
catches
with a little
the serve.
oomph.
And he catches that.
Benny's
again.
reflexes are intact. Fault under serve. Second serve coming up. Stan on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rock adjusts. Takes it on the left side. Little clip. Stan has it on the forehand. Over the top. What a catch by Benny. Rock at the side wall. Stops the ball behind the 9. He goes to the outside. Stan makes another fine catch on the right side. Benny at the side wall. Tough play. Hard backhand. Caught by Stan. That's a great duck by Lalu, and Rock's there.
No, I'm not quite sure that's going to do it either.
Rock again. Great catch. Backhand from the 8. Along the side wall the whole way out to the rebote. Powerful forehand rebote to the left side of Benny. Benny goes to the 2-all, drops it in to score. That's 2 points in the second set for Benny and Rock of the Devils. Benny serves.
Well, look, that's the beauty of this battle court format. I mean, you kind of forget about what happened in the first set. You can reset coming out here for set 2, and all Benny's thinking is, I can, got to convert 3 or 4 good 2-walls, and that's probably what he needs to come away with this set. He's got one right there. Should give him some confidence moving forward. Again, testing Stan outside with that serve.
Ball tipped. 2-2. Lalu serves.
I like the idea, but now Stan has caught that serve twice and scored a point for his team on the next throw. I would not go back to that for a third time. I mean, you've seen it twice. Stan's been there both. They're actually doing much better in these long rallies in set 2. Just try to engage and make a play if you're Benny.
Stan on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 7. In the corner it goes. A rebote forehand. Lalu reaches back. Powerful backhand follows. Real powerful. Rebote up the middle. Benny's rebote. Big bounce. Brought down by Stan. Benny's there. He winds up. Splitter. Caught by Lalu. Lalu. Powerful Costello. Caught on the run, but not held on to by Benny. A third point for the Fireballs. Lalu and Stan. Lalu serves.
He seemingly got caught between a couple of throws. I mean, look at where this 2-wall opens up. I don't think he wanted it to clip the side wall. I think he was looking inside because he gives it to Lalu and just as good of a spot as you could hope for. On the costado at about the 4-line extended. If there were.
That ball's in and out of Rock Cesta quick. 4 points for Lalu and Stan. Lalu serves.
And Benny just telling him, hey,
as
we're
we've
good.
seen in the past, where Benny starts looking for the serve.
Yeah, I could imagine he's going to be aggressive here. But he's talking back to Rock, telling him, hey, it's all good. Still, you see more dramatic comebacks in these lower level of doubles, so it could happen.
It's a deep serve by Lalu. A fine catch by Rock. Hard to the inside he goes. Robote, that rebound off the back wall, played by Lalu. Mid-court placement, stopped by Benny. Stan now from the 8 line. Backhand by Stan. Rock hangs in there. Great catch in the corner. On the side wall, ball tipped. 5 points for the Fireballs, Lalu and Stan. This is possible set and possible match point.
Of course, Lalu's doing a lot of damage up there in the front court, but MVP of this match could be Stan. I mean, has he missed a ball yet?
I don't know.
And from where he was a month ago to what he's playing now is maybe one of the biggest jumps in play that we've seen from any player in battle court. He's flawless here in the back and looks way more comfortable, too.
Beautiful catch by Rock. Here's the backhand. Robote up the middle. Lalu's on it. Plays it high. Benny in position. 2-all. Beautifully thrown and scoring. That's a 3rd point for Benny and Rock, the Devils.
And fortunate that Lalu dropped that ball, because if he makes that catch, the match is probably going to be over.
You got Lalu forehand coming at you.
Yeah. You know, and he scored on a bulk. Oh, man. I mean, it was lined up. Hit the middle of the basket just off the frame.
Fault underserve. Curious to see what Benny does on the second serve. Here's the backhand by Stan. Rock with the catch at the back wall. Backhand. Caught on the forehand of Stan. Deep. Picava. Crossing the wall. Stopped by Benny at the 7. Cortada. That's it.
2 bounces.
2 bounces ruled before the ball was caught. That is 4 points for Benny and Rock. Benny serves.
And Benny mixing it up here, kind of with the cortada this time, which we haven't seen in this match. He's thrown a lot of 2-walls. Stan's been playing well here on the backcourt. That inside, like the drop shot, has been kind of open. We'll see if he goes to that here. Oh, an ace.
That is an ace.
Just like that, Stu.
5-5. So, this is set point for the Devils. Match point for the Fireballs.
Great play with the side wall that time, which killed a bunch of the speed. Look at this serve. Yeah, it was just in, and Stan can't get up to it. Ooh.
Fault, underserve, second serve must be good. I don't know what Lalu was doing. I mean, it was fairly obvious where the trajectory of Benny's throw. Don't let you want to step in front of that. Catch by Stan. Here's the backhand. Difficult catch by Rock. Back to the inside it goes. Lalu playing deep. Powerful backhand. Benny at the side wall. Catch on the forehand of Benny. Cortada. Stopped by Lalu. Backhand by Rock at the 9 line. Rock again, backhand. Inside it goes, and Stan is there. That's a beautiful catch.
Just cleared the screen.
Robote crossing the wall. What a catch by Stan. Beautifully done. Benny to the back. Backhand from behind the 8. Stands there again. For a bote to the forehand of Lalu. Rifled, but it hit the overhead screen. That is point and set for Benny and Rock. Will be moving on to a third and decisive set in just 2 minutes.
Quite the comeback there by the Devils, Benny and Rock.
Yeah, Benny broke out some really awesome serves. Rock made some very difficult catches in the back.
I think it was 5-2, 2 shots, a missed serve, and then at 5-5, you got that long rally. All the Devils really had to do was win one lengthy point in that set. And boy, here they are with a chance to potentially steal this one away from the Fireballs. Benny definitely inserting himself a little more into that second set. I mean, he was very aggressive the last couple points when they got their backs up against the wall. And that's the way he's been playing all year. I think, you know, the Fireballs, it seemed, kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit, felt like they were going to close that match out up 5-2, but all it takes is one mistake, and it's that catch outside by Lalu at 5-2. The match could have been over right there, and we could be, you know, a couple points into match number 4 right now. Instead, we're going on to a third set, and this match is critical to probably determining who will end up winning this game day. It's 1-1 right now, so whoever wins this will take a 2-1 lead heading into match 4. We got a Rotz against Nicholas next, which has been very even throughout their careers. Then Kubawa against CRB, and then Echeverry and Rotz against Urrutia Nicholas. Those are the remaining 3 matches on this game day. But you respect the fact that the Devils, you know, definitely changed up some of their strategy in the middle of that set. It wasn't working for them. They got down as much as 5-2. And Benny just went for it there at the end. And Rock, got to give him credit too. There was that first catch at the 5-5 point that was right on the sidewall, probably his toughest one he saw that entire rally, and he made it. Now going out there for a third set, clean slate here, and it will be the Fireballs with the serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our third and final set of this match. The first team to reach 6 points will take it. Lalu will have the serve for the Fireballs. Lalu serves. Our third set is now underway. Lalu reaching in, makes the catch at the 8 line. Stand in the backcourt. Bote to the forehand of Lalu with control up the middle. Benny makes the catch. Cortada scores.
Perfect.
First point to the decisive third set goes to Benny and Rock of the Devils. Benny serves.
You know, what we talked about in doubles is when you throw a 2-all that doesn't score, it's the most penalizing of the shots. So what Benny's doing now is just kind of countering with some less aggressive shots, but still able to score with the cortada to the inside. Even if Lalu catches that, he's just going to play it back inside and not throw a potentially winning shot off of it. Oh, and Stan misses a serve.
That's a miss ball off the serve. 2 points for Benny and Rock.
Yeah, I mean, that's why Benny likes serving it out that way. It's a little bit harder for Stan to control. He's having to run around these because he wants to keep it on his left side. Room for some more misses when you try to do that, and now a 2-0 lead early. He's got this one. Oh, no. He does not.
That ball is missed. That's a third point for Benny and Rock. Benny serves.
Going right back to it. To the outside. You see how Benny was cutting back across too? Not going to leave Rock alone that time, so he's also recognizing that. But Stan just got to make these catches in the backcourt.
You're standing on the catch. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Rotate forehand by Benny. Lays it up. Here's Lalu. What a catch by Rock. He maintains control. Backhand comes from the 10. Here's Lalu again. Benny playing deep. Cortada too high. Lalu has it on the backhand. Rocks there. Lalu playing real deep. There's the forehand. Eye to the front wall. Benny comes out looking for the rebote. It's a 2-all. It lands in. It scores perfectly. That's a 4th point for Benny and Rock of the Devils. Benny serves.
But Lalu can play that deep if he wants, but then he's going to be out of position on the next throw, and Benny just makes him pay with the perfect 2-wall off the rebote. I mean, he's starting so deep in the backcourt, he's got to run up and to the outside. Adds an extra 15, 20 feet to that route, and you're just not going to get to that ball before it touches the net. Now 4 straight for the Devils. Looking good.
Backhand by Stan. Rock's there. Rock keeps it inside. Lalu at the 9 line on the wall. Powerful throw, stopped by Rock. Lalu again, backhand from the 8. Rock, tough catch at the back wall. Here's the backhand. This one's for Stan. Stan from the left side. Benny now playing deep. Here's the backhand.
Ooh, late notice.
Benny on the catch. Lalu, beautiful catch off the wall. Benny has this one on the forehand. Rock down low, tip ball. There'll be no shutout in the 3rd set. Lalu and Stan are on the board with a point. Lalu serves.
Yeah, the whole strategy throughout this match for the Fireballs has been play to the backcourt, force Rock to catch one more ball than them, and look, it worked the first 10 points. It hasn't worked the last 10. They got to go on a run of their own right here to get back in it. Oh, Rock, tough serve. He made the catch.
Here's Stan, backhand from the 9 line. Rock's there. Rock again down low. Lalu from the forehand. That one's not coming out. A 2nd point for Lalu and Stan of the Fireballs. Lalu serves.
And finally, something different from this Fireballs team. It was kind of getting back to that previous point. When the Devils went down and it wasn't working, they made wholesale changes. When the Fireballs have been kind of in this rut in the middle of the 2nd set on, they haven't really made many changes except for that first throw by Lalu. He kept the forehand a little bit lower. There was a little bit of indecision between the Devils, and you see how it ended. Their 2nd point on the board. Oof.
Powerful backhand by Rock. Caught in the air by Stan. Rebote. Forehand by Benny. Ball's in play. Here's Lalu. Lalu from the 7 line. Difficult catch made by Rock. He keeps it inside. Rock off the side wall behind the 10 line with the catch. Lalu back behind the 9. Benny.
Oh, boy.
Jumping past the 9 line. Rebote. Lalu eyes on the rebote, sends it back. Rock's there. Makes the catch, settles it. Here's the backhand. Rebote off the back wall. Forehand played by Benny. Rebote forehand by Benny again. Stan takes it in the air. Two all by Benny. Lands out. A 3rd point for Lalu and Stan. Of the Fireballs, Lalu serves.
Lalu sees him winding this one up, takes off for the outside. Benny recognizes it, tried to push it closer to the boundary, and ultimately a little bit too wide.
Fault over serve. 2nd serve must be good. Rock on the catch. Here's the backhand. Dan behind the 10 line. Rock from the left side. That stays inside. Robote, that rebound off the back wall is missed.
Yeah.
That is a 5th point for Benny and Rock of the Devils. This is possible match point.
Oh, and, well, I haven't seen Lalu miss a rebote like that. Just trying to throw it so hard. And now for the Devils here. You got 3 chances to win this match. I assume Benny's going to go for something here. Throw a shot with this many chances. But we'll see if Stan can take this serve. He's got it outside.
Robote coming on a high bounce. Benny's there. Puts it inside. Stan.
Oh,
Tremendous catch at the 9 line.
Really was.
Benny looks for the Robote. Looks to pass. He does not pass Lalu. Lalu playing deep. Crossing. That's a clean
Oh, my
save.
goodness. It's in
This
play.
ball is in play.
How in the world?
Powerful
Look at this.
forehand. Rock.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
My. 4 points for Lalu and Stan. Still possible match point for Rock and Benny.
Yeah, saw Rock go down to the floor and throw that with little control, and he had 2 front quarters ahead of him. The Jai-Alai gods are watching because that split him pretty perfectly. And another life for the Fireballs. What can they do with it? Trying to pull another comeback out against the Devils.
Bullet serve by Rock. Stop. Cheers, Lalu. Powerful backhand to the outside. Benny's there. He makes the save. Lalu reaches in. Straight to the back wall from the left side. Robote coming out. Stan takes the ball in the air. Rock down low. Fine catch. Backhand. Lalu makes the catch on the right side. Benny picks it up off the bounce. Here's the backhand going to the corner. Stan with a tremendous catch by the 10.
Yeah, Stan's made 2 of those to keep it going now.
Robote. Forehand by Lalu. Benny backs up, makes the catch at the 8. Backhand. Straight back, stands there again. Robote for Benny to the inside. Stan takes it on the bounce at the 8. Robote, left side. Benny picks it up off the bounce. Soft 2-all, caught the top of the pad. Any part of that pad is bad. It is 5-5. This is match point.
Took a little off of the throw to get a little extra spin, and that kind of cost him. You see he's leaning with it. He knows it's just a little low, and it catches the top part of the pad. Boy, that one would have opened up so wide. I don't know if Lalu would have gotten to it. I think that's a huge break as the Fireballs gave the Devils in set 2. Devils gave it right back in this 3rd set, and here we are at 5-5 to decide the match.
Excellent catch by Rock, way up high, stopping the ace. Here's Lalu. He winds up. Powerful Costado coming inside, and it scores. Point set in a hard-fought match for Lalu and Stan of the Fireballs.
Tough match in the end. Boy, the Fireballs come back with a 3-point run of their own to win it in 3 sets. Fireballs take a 2-1 game day lead into Division I singles. Coming up next, our Rots will go up against Nicholas.
Real Money Games are live in Florida. Real Money Games are live in Florida!
Real Money Games are live in Florida.
Real Money Games are live in Florida!
Real Money Games powered by Pass Motor Racing are now live in Florida. Only on Hard Rock Bet. All you need is $1 to start. Win money your first 24 hours or get a game's bonus back up to $100.
Real money games are
Joined by our winners over in the cage. It looks like we got Lalu and Stan ready to go over there, guys, in what was one of the craziest matches that you're going to see. I mean, you guys let that lead slip away in set number 2, but how are you able to get it back together and complete a run of your own to take that match in the end?
Yeah, I mean, not really happy at all. I think we have to really become a bit more serious if we want to win in this division. So, you know, we have the shots, we have the level, but we can't scare ourselves like that.
Yeah, well, you guys were able to get it done in the end. That was a big win, taking a 2-1 game day lead. Good luck the rest of the way, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Division 1 singles coming up next to Arats against Nicholas. Two guys that started their battle court careers down in Division 2, and they were so good at their positions that they moved up to Division 1 now. And they're 2 of the 3 backcourters in Division 1 singles. As you look at that game day score in favor of the Fireballs, 2 of the best pure backcourters on this roster, including Manu in there as well. I mean, those 3 are the top 3 in terms of catch rate. But both of these players have started to open up their offensive game a little bit more. Nicholas has thrown a ton of costados, and Arats in singles, he's like, he gets it and shoots it.
Arats
like,
last time?
Yeah.
That match was just, every time he got the ball, it was something.
Well, throughout
in terms of a shot, I mean, you just return it.
Right. Arats this season, he's 2-2. Overall, the Division 1 single spot for the Devils has an extra loss. Arats missed the first game day of the year, and Benny had to substitute. So, 2-2 for Arats, 2-3 overall. And for Nicholas, I mean, he's 2-4 this year. Not all too bad. He's got wins over Zuleika and win over Manu. And again, this is about as even as it gets for both of these guys. I mean, it's the same position, same type of skills. Who's going to prevail in this battle of the backcourters? Will it be Arats or Nicholas? We'll see here coming up in just a few moments. Arats this season, a win over Manu and a win over Douglas. I mean, an impressive win over Douglas in straight sets. That was probably the best he's ever played in singles. But again, what did he do that match? He threw a lot of shots very early in the point, and Nicholas's wins against Zuleika and Manu was doing the same type of thing. So we'll see here, 4th match ready to go. Judges making their way out there, and it will be Arats with control of the serve to begin.
Time to begin our next match. Arats has the serve for the Devils. There's a serve. We begin. Catch by Nicholas. Here's the backhand. Provote left side to the inside. Arats makes the save. Here's Nicholas. 2-all opens. Arats stopped it but could not complete the throw. First point. The match goes to Nicholas at the Fireballs. He serves.
And wasting no time, shooting a costado 2-all there. I mean, it's what you have to do at this level of singles. The guys are all so good, and you have to make your opponent think you're doing one thing and then actually execute another. The only way you can do that is with the costado, because there's so many shots that you can work off of that same exact look. Perfect 2-all there. Nicholas gets the first point.
A fine serve by Nicholas. 2-all by Nicholas for the big bounce. Arats reads it. Drop shot. Nicholas takes off. 2 bounces ruled before he made that catch. Good effort by Nicholas. We're tied up 1-1. Arats serves.
And back to the point about, needing a costado, you're looking at 2 guys that didn't throw really anything. Look at the first season where Arats and Nicholas played a singles match and watch how they're playing today. Not a lot of shots, a lot of rallying in the backcourt, and just trying to outlast your opponent. but they've gotten so much better at these shots, and it just opens up the game for you and makes the defense think a little bit more. That you just have to do it in the top 2 levels for sure. When you get down a little lower, you don't see it as consistently.
Here's backhand by Aras. Robote forehand. Caught in the air. Inside placement will score. A second point for Aras of the Devils. He serves. Arats's fake is one of the best backcourt fakes. Absolutely looks like he's winding up to throw it outside and drops it inside. Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Catch by Rotz. Powerful forehand. Oh, Rotz. Foot on the wall. Backhand from the 8. Here's Nicholas from the left side. 2-all. Opens and scores. 2-2. Nicholas has the serve for the Fireballs. Nicholas, a number of players have been taking some power off of it. Nicholas lines this up, lands it in. It opens wide, but it's also come pretty low. Well done. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Nicholas. Aratz is there. Here's a backhand from the 7. Aratz midcourt, backhand to the inside. Head for the corner. Robote missed. 3 points for Aratz. He serves.
As Aratz is able to pass that one into the corner, he keeps it pretty close to the side wall. Also came out a little bit higher than Nicholas was hoping. A little bit tougher to turn those Robotes head level or even higher compared to waist level and a little bit lower.
Here's a powerful backhand by Nicholas. Robote coming out. Nicholas takes this on the left side. Backhand towards the corner. Out to the Robote. Aratz is there. We're tied up, 3-3. Nicholas serves.
Patient play by both of these players, too. I mean, they're kind of waiting for the right opportunity. If they don't feel it right away, they can just send it back into the corner and pass. Whoever gets control of these points is playing from about the 6 line up, which means the opponent has to be about the 7 line or not too much deeper, or else they can send it over their head and kill it with the chick-jack almost every throw.
Here's a backhand by Aratz, powerfully thrown and passing. Robote saved by Nicholas. Aratz from the 7. Nicholas, one-handed grab. 2-all by Aratz, lands in and scores. Well done. 4 points for Aratz and the Devils. He serves.
Really good 2-all that time by Aratz. Threw it a little bit harder, too, maintained its speed, and opened up towards the net. Exactly what you want to see with those shots. Another look right here. It's the catch in the air. And that's what these guys are looking for. I mean, make the catch in the air with your opponent behind you. That's when they shoot. If they don't feel fully confident, just send it back into the corner, reset, and wait for the next opportunity.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Here's the backhand by Nicholas, powerfully thrown. Robote with a light touch inside. Nicholas gets up there. 2-all.
Oh, Arats is on
Arats
it.
is there. High throw. Nicholas, great effort. That was scored. That is 5 points and a possible set point for Arats.
Well, Arats read him really well this time. You see here, it's a Robote that he kind of lays up. Nicholas is moving in, and Arats is, I mean, he's off to the outside before that throw's even off, and then sends it over his head where it scores.
Robote. Nicholas takes it on the bounce to the 7. Powerful forehand. Passes. Great effort by Arats to keep that ball in play. That's a 4-point for Nicholas. He serves.
Again, Arats is charging deep into the backcourt. He's not expecting that ball to come out to be much of a Robote. Instead, it comes out above his head. He's trying to do all he can to just control it and get enough power to reach the front wall, but it's a low percentage save.
Fault. Second serve must be good. There's the backhand by Arats. Nicholas at the side wall makes the catch. Big bounce to the inside. Nicholas chases it down, grabs it at the 9. Arats is there. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Arats to the corner. Robote forehand by Nicholas. Arats with a hop makes the catch at the 6.
Not an easy grab.
Robote forehand again by Nicholas. Arats takes this one in the air. Arats on the bounce. 2-all, 1-2. It scores. Point and set to Arats. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player next set.
Arats is looking really good in singles. And look at how this 2-all, it opens up wide when it hits the front wall. You like to see that. I mean, if you get a 2-all that explodes like that off the front wall, it makes life so much more difficult for your opponent. Got to track down that extra foot, and that could be the difference sometimes. 6-4, Arats closes out the first set. Really all season long, you know, Arats has been doing it with the winners. He's actually outpacing his opponents. He's thrown 24. He's only given up 20 to his opponents, which shows you that defense-wise, Arats is one of the strongest in this group. He's got good quickness. He's pretty fast on top of it. And also when you can read the ball as well as Arats does, that's like the trifecta there. And you can just stop pretty much any shot that comes to the outside. He was able to do it a few times in that first set and ended up taking it 6-4. And for Nicholas in singles, he's been kind of getting outpaced all year by his opponents. He's thrown 16 winners. He's given up 29. So Arats is +4 in that department, and Nicholas is -13. Nicholas a little more reliant on his opponent missing the ball. I mean, he's plus in the missed catches category, where Arats is not, but still, when you're just relying on an opponent at this level to miss one more ball than you, it's kind of just hope. You know, you're just hoping that they miss the ball. You really need to put the ball consistently on the side wall to make that happen. When you can throw shots, it just puts less pressure on the other parts of your game.
I mean, I do get the concept that in doubles, if there's a weaker of the two, and especially if one of them is really dominant, you obviously play the weaker player. We see that on a regular basis. But trying to incorporate exactly what you're saying, someone's lack of ability to do something consistently into your winning strategy. That's
Right.
not a good strategy.
No. And again, it's just a style thing. And some guys
No, it's
play
good for
a different-
conversation afterwards in the locker room saying, you know, he usually drops those. Usually he drops those. Today he caught every one.
Right.
Yeah, you did.
We got our second set about ready to begin. Nicholas coming out. He will have the serve. Begin set 2.
Ready to begin our second set. Nicholas has the serve for the Fireballs.
In those 24 winners for Aratz in singles too, that accounts for over 60% of his points won. And Nicholas, that rate is only 34%. So again, between these two players, showing you that Aratz has been throwing the 2-all a little bit better than Nicholas this year, but we'll see it set 2.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. That ball came rifling out of the service box right to the corner. Here's the backhand by Rotz. Robote. Forehand. For the big bounce. Rotz backing up. He makes the play from the 10. Robote 2-all. Comes quick. And scores. Well thrown by Nicholas. He's on the board first here. In the second set, he serves.
Well, Nicholas didn't show he was throwing. Look at that. I mean, he was working to the outside. Looks like he was going to throw a forehand Robote on that. And at the last second, shifted across, threw a 2-all from the left side. That opened up wide. It was just kind of a subtle little fake there, but it kept Aratz more to the inside and beat him to the net in the end. A good serve.
Half ball. Comes in low and scores. That's an ace. 2 points for Nicholas. Ball just died.
Yeah, it was low the whole way, too. Crossing into the backcourt. Tried to pick that one up off the floor.
Aratz attacks, backhand from the 8, straight to the back wall, out to the Robote. Nicholas is there. He's looking to pass. Aratz stops it. Robote forehand. Aratz from the left side. 2-all. Read and stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas powerfully from the forehand, crossing and scoring. 3 points for Nicholas. He serves.
Well, Nicholas starting to get a read on these shots. You know, and for Aratz, I mean, he's pretty deep, and he shot that one relatively early in the point compared to what we saw in the first set. And he was working his way up on the ball, making catches in the air, and then firing shots. That was the only opportunity where Nicholas was up in front of him, and he was to the outside. Gives him a head start to the net, made him pay.
Another one coming in low. Aratz makes the play. Robote forehand. High to pass. Aratz sets up. Perfect read. Turns it into a 2-all. That scores. Beautifully done by Aratz. He's on the board with a point for the Devils.
Kind of like
that
the
was
way,
nice.
Like how Nicholas turned his first 2-all Robote. There's never really a moment you think Aratz is going to throw this shot, but he gets it in on the left side, kicks it off the side wall. That was back at the 9 line, too. Pretty deep.
Well, I'm still thinking about that one that he threw from the backcourt in doubles.
Might take the summer to get that out of your head.
Longer.
Probably not. Yeah.
Robote coming out. Split placement. Yeah, a little clip off the side wall. Nicholas turns it into a 2-all that scores. 4 points for Nicholas. Nicholas has the serve.
While you were on it, Stu, I mean, he was trying, it seemed, to play that ball to the inside. It was thrown right at the crack of the front wall, and it just caught the side wall first. Gave it right to Nicholas with Aratz on the floor. A little too much space to execute that 2-all, and he converts. 4-1 now in this second set.
Aratz powerfully from the left side. Robote. Robote forehand.
No.
That kicked up into the overhead screen, which is out of play. Aratz has the second point. With Devils, he's ready to serve.
Trying to play quickly.
It's a powerful serve by Aratz. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Into the corner, out to the rebote, saved by Aratz. This rebote coming out. Inside placement, stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas with a lighter touch. Dropping it low on the back wall. Rebote saved by Aratz. Nicholas has it. Inside placement will score. 5 points. Possible. Set point.
Really well set up there by Nicholas. Gets it in the corner. Aratz is going down to the ground to save the rebote and then works his way up, catches it in the air. And the inside placement that time. Once he's established the rhythm that he's going to keep throwing two walls, Aratz is going to start to cheat a little bit. That's when you keep it inside, just like that.
Rebote forehand by Nicholas. Aratz moves in, shoots it.
Wow.
It scores. 3 points. For Aratz and the Devil, he serves.
Yeah, it looked like Nicholas pulled up a bit, and rightfully so. I didn't think that ball was going to clear the pad either. I mean, that was really close, but I mean, you heard it, opened up wide, and that's a good third point for Aratz. He's going back to serve.
Beautiful serve by Aratz. Big backhand by Nicholas. Aratz in the backcourt. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand by Nicholas. Aratz has it. Winds up inside. Doesn't stay inside. That's midcourt. Backhand passes. Low to the back wall. Aratz makes the save. Nicholas has control with the forehand.
Oh, gave it to
Oh,
him.
what a catch by Aratz. Inside placing with the big bounce. Will score. Point and set for Nicholas. We'll move on to a third and decisive set in just 2 minutes.
So Nicholas takes the second set. Third one coming up to decide match number 4 of this game day. If the Fireballs win it, that's Nicholas. They will take a 3-1 lead into Division 5 singles coming up next. If Aratz takes it, all even at 2-2. Across the last 3 seasons, we said these two players have been very similar in terms of their numbers and stats. Aratz with a record of 8-16 across his last 24 matches played. Nicholas 6-18 in those same 24. However, the head-to-head battle has been squarely in Aratz's favor. Aratz has won the last 3 head-to-head matches, and it looks like the last 2 were, straight sets on top of it. So 2 of the 3 were in straight sets. So look, I mean, Aratz has kind of handled this series a little bit better. The stats kind of show that he's a little more of a consistent shot maker, but Nicholas is a fighter. He will go down to the last point, and there he was with a great response in set 2.
I think one thing that stays fresh in a highlight player's mind is who they win and lose against.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
No, there are just some guys that, you've beaten 4 guys better than this one guy. 4 guys, you killed them.
Yeah.
But there's something about this one person. He's got some type of kryptonite on his cesta that throws you off, and your perfect 2-all hits the screen or hits the wood or something like that. You see it pretty regularly.
Yeah, and in some of the interviews too, guys are like, "Well, it's the first time I've beaten him," or they're definitely aware when they step out there.
No question.
How they fare against certain competition.
In the big announce-off last year, I was very concerned about how I was doing. Then clearly you won, and I went and had dinner.
And you had to pay for the dinner too. Yeah, that was a tough one. I mean,
no, it wasn't well promoted. Announce off 2025. We're ready to begin our third and final set. Aratz will have the serve for the Devils.
So technically, you'd be the winner of the announce off because you're the one that's still doing the play-by-play, right?
No, that's not the way that it works, man. You don't understand. It's not the way it works. You have been promoted. I heard a boom.
Is Ubia's back today?
I'm checking, make sure everything. No shot. Arat serves. We begin. Arat's difficult catch in the corner. Here's the backhand. Robote 2-0. Out. First point of the decisive third set goes to Arat of the Devils. He serves.
We see these guys throw the costado 2-0 a lot. To me, that looked a little bit wild on the finish from Nicholas. Like he didn't have the control that he usually executes these shots with. And just, I mean, it went way wide on top of it.
There's a backhand by Nicholas. Rotate forehand.
Tough one.
That's straight up the wall with a bounce that scores. 2 points for Arat, the Devils. He serves.
And when it clips that sidewall just a bit, it changes the spin. That one kicking up and snuck by Nicholas to the inside. Quickly spotting Arat's 2 points to begin this third set. Big bounce. Ooh.
Here's the catch by Nicholas. Powerful backhand. Arat is there. Robote forehand. Arat's tough catch off the wall. Robote, that's the rebound off the back wall played by Nicholas. Robote for the big bounce. Nicholas advances to take it in the air, does not throw the drop shot, goes for the back wall. That ball's in play.
Oh, it is.
Here's Nicholas.
Oh, Arat's is on it.
Arat's is up there. He made the catch. He returns it to score. Tremendous effort by Arat. Gets him his 3rd point and the serve for the Devil. Oh, gosh. If you're Nicholas, you're rethinking a bunch of stuff in the course of the next minute, man.
There's like 3 throws, and this one
Drop
especially.
shot, no.
He goes high. It comes out. I mean, that's just a crazy reflex by Arat. Switching from left to right. He gets it off, and then here he's got another chance. Oh, he goes for a soft carom. That's not what you want. It's a tough one to catch, but when he does, he sends it over his head, and the point's over. It's really 2 forehands that Nicholas had a chance to end the point, and neither of them did. Arat's 3-0 lead now in set 3.
Big bounce serve brought in by Nicholas. Nicholas powerfully from the left side. Robote forehand. There's a backhand to the inside. Robote.
Open. Oh,
that opened up, landed in, and scored a 4th point for Arat. He serves.
And Arat was so close to the sidewall, I don't know if Nicholas even saw that it clipped the sidewall first. I mean, he was looking for it in the middle of the court. It opened up. He moved there. And that ball took a nasty bounce when it touched the floor. It just had so much spin and kind of shot forward off the bounce. Tough break. 4-0 now. Big serve again into the corner.
Robote forehand. Saved by Arat. Stays inside. 2-0 by Nicholas, lands wide. That's a 5th point for Arat in the 3rd and decisive set. This is possible. Match point. We do say that no lead is a safe lead, but one would think this is... Well,
I'd like to get the stats from Ethan from Robote Analytics because, again, I do think you see less big leads surrendered in this top division.
In this division, sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Here's the catch by Nicholas. Backhand from the 8.
Especially not 6 points, but Nicholas will go down swinging, so we'll see what he's got left in the tank.
Powerful throw, read by Arat, stopped by Arat. Arat is going 3 walls. Nicholas reads it. He's there, makes the effort. That ball's short. Point set and a hard-fought match for Arat of the Devils, taking it in the 3rd set, 6-0.
Big win there for Arat, 6-0 in the 3rd set to tie up this game day 2-2. Going up to Division 5 singles next. CRB and Kubala will go at it in just a few moments.
Ahora ya.
Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there. Blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Joe Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Joe Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one! Take a look at that game day score here, all tied up 2-2 through our first 4 matches. CRB and Kubala just about ready to go here in that Division 5 singles match. And whoever wins that one will secure half a point for their team on the game day. So a big spot for both of these players. Let's see some replays, though, from match number 4, Nicholas and Aratz. Bounce there, Aratz makes the catch, throws the drop shot. Nicholas moving, but he's not going to get there. Aratz here, Costado. Look how this one opens up.
Beautiful.
Long rebote, turned it inside. Nicholas gets up to it. 2-wall of his own, but look at Aratz. On the move, makes the catch, fires it high to the inside. Two-wall there, just above the pad. And that scores for Aratz there, giving him the win in 3 sets in the end. Take a look at these final highlights for Bote here to the inside. Look at this one. Crossing the sidewall right as Nicholas was trying to make that play.
So well done.
Got him a 2-0 lead. And then this is the point where it was so deflating. I mean, Nicholas has him dead right here. 3-wall. Not many guys are saving this for Bote. Gets it up. Nicholas is in great position again. He goes for the carom, and look who's behind him. It's Aratz. He's everywhere. Makes the catch, sends it high, and gets that point. Took all the momentum and kind of sucked all the energy out of Nicholas after that point. Ended up winning the next 3, and there he is after that win. Congratulations, Aratz. Now 4 wins in a row in singles against Nicholas. I mean, what is it about that matchup that seems to just bring out the best in your game?
Yeah, it's difficult always play against Nicholas. He's a very good player, and that's it. I go there, I do my job. I think that in the singles I'm playing good. Sometimes, some days I'm a little bit playing irregular, but when I play good, I think, good with my passing, and then kill shots is gonna be good, bad sometimes, but that's the game that I have to win these matches in this division. So happy for the win and happy for how I'm playing the singles.
Yeah, Aratz, already your 3rd win in singles this year. Great playing and good luck to your team in these final matches. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
No, Aratz is right on it. I mean, 3rd win already. He's, 3-2 in his 5 singles matches this year, and that's just great playing from him. Division 5 singles, Stu, just about ready to go. Let's introduce the 2 players. It's Kubala for the Devils, CRB for the Fireballs, and what's at stake here? Half a point in our standings. Kubala will have the serve here. Both of these players have really struggled at Jam Arena in singles. Kubala, after being an all-star in singles over at the other facility, he's 0-4 to begin this season at Jam Arena, so this is his 5th and final match, still looking for his 1st win. And same case for CRB. He's 0-3 this year. Looking to get it done for the first time against Kubala. Kubala's got the serve, ready to go here. Match 5.
Kubala's consistency versus CRB's ability to ruin someone's day. See what happens.
For such a happy guy,
I
ruining
know.
the day.
I know.
Ooh.
Here's a serve. We begin.
But man, you teased it well, Stu.
Backhand by CRB. Rebote on a floater. CRB got to that ball. Juggling is the call. First point goes to Kubala.
Yeah, definitely a juggle there. You saw the ball near the hand, and then the next second it was at the tip of the cesta. And a flash of white. Yeah, well, other way around. Tip and then right by the hand. Yep,
But the question is, will that make it to his Instagram stories? I think not.
I wouldn't guess so, but maybe he's doing a compilation of just explaining the rules. That would be a good one for juggling.
Not happening. Here's the backhand by CRB. 2-all by Kubala. Well thrown, stopped by CRB. CRB's carom comes quick and scores. 1-1. CRB has a serve for the Fireballs.
Look, CRB's not the guy you really want to throw shots against in this group. Although he's 0-3 in singles, he's only given up 3 winners to his opponents in those 3 matches. And he's scored 10 of them. CRB's probably the most offensive-minded player here, and he loves to utilize his foot speed to make people pay. And he did it right there.
Here's the backhand. CRB pulls it off the wall beautifully behind the 8. Kubala, way up high. Returns it up high. CRB continues to move forward. Low and hard, a little too hard. Sends it to Kubala's left side. CRB back to the inside. Kubala's there. Powerful forehand by Kubala. CRB on the backhand. Rebote save. CRB's on it. Drop shot. Scores on the second bounce. 2 points for CRB and the Fireballs. CRB serves. These matches are fun.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. And CRB playing with a ton of confidence. I mean, he's in the service box pretty much this entire point. I mean, he's passing Kubala, just kind of sending rebotes back and soft forehands.
Moving forward. Always be moving forward.
And with his speed and ability to read the ball, you know, CRB was a former wide receiver for the University of Miami, too, so he's great at that. This is going to be a tough matchup for Kubala if it keeps going this way. Let's see how he's got to counter it.
That's a powerful backhand by Kubala. Rebote forehand high to the front wall and crossing and scoring. A third point for CRB. He serves.
So Kubala says, you know what, I can pass you right off the first throw. He does, but CRB says, look at what I got, a beautiful forehand rebote that's crossing the side wall back at the 8 line.
It was a really good forehand rebote.
It really was.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Killing the guys, dude. It was good, Chad. Don't let him talk to you like that.
Here's CRB on the catch. Backhand from the 8 line. It's all constructive. Rebote. It's going to be a 2-all. CRB's on it. Nice stop. Karam going sharply. Kubala trying to get there. Will not make the play. 4 points for CRB. The Fireballs, he serves.
He's come out with a pretty clear game plan. He's going to throw some shots, and here he is. Another Karam beats Kubala out to the net. And physically, too, Kubala not as fast as CRB, doesn't have the shots, lacking a little bit of power. So, again, all that probably works in CRB's favor. He just has to go out and execute and make some catches. It's the one way Kubala can get back in this match.
That's a powerful backhand by Kubala, floating out on that rebote. That's a beautiful forehand rebote. Even better catch by Kubala.
Same spot.
Kubala advances, takes the ball on the bounce, scopes the court out, sends it inside.
Oh, that came out.
Rebote hooked to the outside. That will score. 5 points. Possible set point.
Yeah, if I were Kyle, I probably would have collapsed to the ground after seeing this one. Oh, look at what I got. He hooks it, and he's...
Well, he kind of collapsed. He halfway collapsed.
Yeah. Oh, boy, what a shot that was. I don't know if CRB knew where it was going, but it's a 5th point.
No way. That's why I said it was hooked. Here's the catch and return by CRB. But it works. Hey, man, you got the point. What a catch. That's a great catch there. Right there at the 6. 2-all with a late touch, lands wide. Point and set for CRB. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player next set. So CRB does it in the first set.
CRB playing great there, Stu. It's the whole package. I mean, when he can put it together, he's got the offensive skills. He loves working on the costado and all different types of shots. He's as rangy as anybody in this group, so we can cover the entire width and length of the court better than anyone else. Decent power, especially for the frame, and look at what it results in. I mean, 6-1, he takes down Kubala in the first set. At the other facility, I mean, you would never see 6-1 in CRB's favor, but I mean, this court is just, a lot different. It's changed some people for the positive, and for Kubala just hasn't quite got this feet under him out here. And it doesn't really suit his game either. I mean, if you look at the strengths of Kubala's game, which is just catching and throwing, it doesn't really help you here. I mean, if you're not making shots with the sidewall, you're not killing it here in the backcourt.
Yeah, not in singles. I mean, in doubles, yeah. Go be a backcourter, catch, throw, catch, throw, catch, throw, set the point up for your front quarter to kill it. So, excellent as that's concerned. But never count Kubala out, as we know. More than capable of mounting a tremendous comeback in second set, which begins just about 25 seconds.
Well, important too, because you look at the sixth match of the day. Echeverry and Arats will take on Urrutia Nicholas. Echeverry and Arats just 1-6 so far this season. Urrutia Nicholas 3-2. So that's a match that the Fireballs are certainly favored. Urrutia Nicholas coming in better form. That's not to say that the Devils can obviously win that match. And Echeverry looked great his last time out in Division 4 doubles, and Arats already with a win under his belt today. But that's going to be an uphill battle for sure. So puts a little more pressure on Kubala right here. See if he can take this second set.
What's Tennessee doing? Is that motivational?
He's trying.
Okay.
Getting something out of him. We'll see if that'll help.
We're ready to begin our second set. Kubala has a serve. There's a serve. Our second set has begun. Excellent serve. Good catch and return by CRB. That stays inside the whole way. What a catch by Kubala. Robote, forehand. Kubala, great positioning, fine throw. CRB, Robote save, light touch. Kubala's on it. Winding up. Catch by CRB. Here's the backhand going to the corner. What a save by Kubala. CRB's there. Drop shot scores. Well played by both Kubala and CRB to start things off here in the second set. CRB gets the point for the Fireballs.
Well, it was a very aggressive start for Kubala in that set, and it really worked out well for him. He caught the ball up in the front court 2 times. He had it on the costado, but then didn't really do much with it. Gave it to CRB in the middle of the court. Now Kubala goes back into the corner having to dig out a Robote, and CRB kills it with a drop shot. You can do everything right, but still it's just that one throw that can kind of flip the point, and that's what happened to Kubala right there.
Powerful backhand. CRB makes the catch. Robote. Forehand Robote. Back to the inside. CRB's there. Difficult catch. Juggling ruled on CRB. Kubala gets the point and the serve. I like the smirk. I do like the smirk. I've never seen the CRB smirk before. I think that's just been introduced to Jam.
That's something I hadn't noticed either.
The CRB Jam smirk. Yes?
Second juggle today, too. I mean, both points for Kubala have been off of juggling calls.
It's a powerful serve by Kubala. Caught by CRB. Big backhand follows. CRB on the catch. Karam.
Oh, he's on this
Kubala's on it. He was unable to settle it in his cesta. That's a second point for CRB. A second point, rather, in the second set. CRB serves.
Boy, and that's the type of catch. I mean, with his ability on both sides, that's one that you just need to bring in if you're Kubala. I mean, if he catches it, can probably convert a point. Instead, CRB takes the lead 2-1. And you think of Kubala as a pure catcher, and you look at the numbers here, he's given up over 50% of his points to opponents off of just missed catches, which is way higher than we've ever seen at any point in his career.
That's a powerful throw by Kubala. CRB hangs in the backcourt. He returns this powerfully. CRB, eyes on the ball, not able to bring it into the cesta. 2-2. Kubala serves for the Devils.
I like to see Kubala throw the ball a little bit higher, as he did right there. CRB tends to struggle a little more when he has time to think about some of these catches and move into position. And also, if you get that ball on the floor, can actually bounce it over CRB as well. Shots haven't worked out all too well for Kubala so far, but still early in this second set. It's time to turn it back around.
It's a beautiful backhand thrown by CRB. CRB got up there and made the catch in the air.
Yeah, that was a difficult one.
Ball tipped.
There you go.
A third point for Kubala. And the Devils, he serves.
You throw it low, throw it hard, even on the bounce, CRB is going to handle it. But you see him ranging back for that one. Another tip ball. Kubala back in front. See if he can go on a run right here.
CRB moves up to make the catch. Powerful backhand, caught in the air by Kubala. CRB stays in the backcourt to make the catch. That cortada by Kubala will score. 4 points for Kubala and the Devils. He serves.
Started moving CRB around and the points follow. You know, CRB's catch rate coming into this match was just 76% in singles, was the lowest of any qualifying player. Did a great job in set one, but you see a couple of misses and starting to pile up now for CRB.
Backhand powerfully thrown by CRB. Rabote right up the middle. Kubala makes a save. CRB has it on the forehand. That ball is tipped. A third point for CRB in the second set. CRB serves.
Again, it's that sidewall, a ball that crosses the sidewall coming back to Kubala that has really troubled him this season. Much different sidewall than he's used to, different everything pretty much out here.
Everything is a good way to, yeah, absolutely.
Except the basket and the jerseys.
There's the backhand. Rotate forehand. CRB keeps it in play. Kubala on the run. Has it on the forehand.
Oh.
CRB just flips this back. Oh, what a catch by Kubala. Talk about compensating for a mistake. That was just so well done.
Oh, and he did it again.
Then CRB breaks that out and scores. 4-4 is the score. CRB serves.
Oh. Kills him again, and boy, I'm not sure what Kubala was thinking. He had that forehand up at about the 3 line and just gave it way too much. A drop shot, CRB probably can't get to it, but a soft forehand he handles easily and makes Kubala pay. 4-4.
Powerful backhand, caught by CRB. Rotate forehand, beautifully saved by Kubala. CRB, drop shot, will score.
That's really good.
That is a 5th point for CRB here in the second set. It is possible match point for CRB and the Fireballs.
While it might look a little unconventional, Stu, it's quite effective. It's thrown a little bit lower than the costado. That's more of a waist level costado,
That's
but
right.
hey,
it works.
It was perfectly done, just above the pad, and Kubala was not close to it. Really well done there by CRB.
Powerful backhand by Kubala. CRB hangs in the backcourt to make the play. Kubala. Powerful backhand. Rabote. Rabote 2-all attempt by CRB. Hits the pad, and the pad is bad. So we're at 5-5 here in the second set. If Kubala wins this, we will move on to a third and decisive set. If CRB wins this, We're done with this match.
And more than half of Kubala's points in this set have come off of unforced errors. I mean, missed catches, that one into the pad. I mean, that's 3 of the 5. What does Kubala have right here to push it to a third set? Needs just one good serve.
CRB on the catch. Here's the backhand. Oh, what a beautiful catch. Deep in the backcourt by Kubala. The backhand gets away from him. Hits the overhead screen. That is point, set, and a straight set victory for CRB. Winning at 6-1, 6-5.
CRB closes out the last point of that second set, and a straight set win for the Fireballs will secure them half a point in our standings. We'll see what happens in our final match of the day, see if they can convert it into a full point with Arrutia and Nicholas taking on Etcheberry and Aratz.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Well, we could hear CRB over in the cage. Congratulations there, Chad. First singles win out here at Jam Arena, playing against a familiar opponent there in Kubala. What was the game plan today against him to get that win?
Focus on trying to play my game, pass, catch, shoot, and score.
And CRB, I mean, we've always talked about here, you seem very comfortable with the shot making. How are you feeling adjusting to this newer court, new style of play out there?
When it comes to the shot making here, I start realizing that it can be a little easier than the other court if you just throw with confidence and throw the shot. And really, when it comes to catching, that's been kind of like my Achilles heel here. Once I knew once I start get comfortable catching, the shots will come.
Awesome, CRB. Really well done there. You secured half a point for your team. See if you can get the full one up next. Thank you.
Thank you. Go Fireballs.
We've reached the finale. Etcheberry and Aratz will take on Arrutia and Nicholas to decide the game day. So, if the Devils win this one, the game day will end in a 3-3 tie. Both teams will take half a point. If the Fireballs win it, though, they will pick up a full point and move up in our standings. So let's see what that will do here. Let's take a look at those standings while we have a second. Well, you see them there. 6 points for the Chargers. They're up in first place. Cyclones in second. Fireballs right now ahead of the Warriors in terms of a tiebreaker, even though they're tied on total points. So with a win here, the Fireballs would jump up into third place, just below the Cyclones, but overtake the Renegade spot in the standings. You get a clean look at it right there. That's that setup right there, Stu. Every team has 6 game days left, so that is very clear. Everyone even on game days played right now. So, Division I doubles here. These guys getting these last couple of throws in before we begin the match. The first of 2 matchups between these teams in the regular season. In last year, Stu, it was Etcheberry and Nicholas and Arrutia and Aratz. This year, well, these 2 backquarters just kind of flipped teams and they kept the same front quarters. See what happens here in this last match. It will be the Devils, Etcheberry and Aratz with control of the serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our final match of first half of this doubleheader today. Etcheberry has a serve for the Devils.
Etcheberry's coming off of his first doubles win since back at the end of February, February 27th. Now, it did come in Division 4 doubles earlier this week against the Cyclones, but we'll see if that win gives him a little more confidence and do it against this top-level competition. It's a good start.
Ball is tipped off the serve by Arrutia. First point of this match goes to Etcheberry and Aratz of the Devils. That's one thing we've always seen with Etcheberry since he first joined the program is that sneaky power, I guess is the way you call it.
And Arrutia's got no fear in that box. If it's coming right to him, he'll pick it. That was just a miss.
Nicholas on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand, powerfully to the inside. Nicholas behind the 10 line. Here's the backhand. Arats is there. Nicholas powerfully from the right side. Etcheberry takes it in the air. Backhand to the inside. There's another powerful backhand. Rabote coming out. Etcheberry, forehand. Rabote keeps it low. Urrutia picks it up on the bounce.
Came up and in on him.
Urrutia now from the 7 line. Powerful backhand. Caught by Arats. Nicholas to the outside. Fine catch.
Oh, boy.
That's a big backhand by Urrutia. Stopped by Arats. Nicholas to the 10 line. Makes the catch. Arats. Backhand from the 9. Nicholas is there. Oh, Urrutia comes cross court to make the catch. Powerful backhand caught in the air by Arats. Arats sends this one. Rabote by Etcheberry. Cut off in the air. Down low by Urrutia. Etcheberry keeping it inside. A little clip picked up on the bounce by Nicholas. He sends it deep. Arats from the 10. Oh, what a catch by Etcheberry. That will score. 2 points for Etcheberry and Arats of the Devils. Etcheberry has a serve.
Again, pretty good start so far for the Devils. I mean, you haven't really had to have either player really open it up too much. Urrutia is going to be aggressive. When he gets down, he likes to push the pace. I want to see how Etcheberry handles that pace. I mean, now down 2-0. I think you're going to expect it right here.
Catch by Arats. Here's the backhand. Arats in the corner. Tremendous play. Lower and harder from the left side of Nicholas. Etcheberry goes to the inside. Great read by Nicholas. Catch by Arats. Nicholas pulls that off the wall. Backhand. Forehand Rabote, too low. Urrutia and Nicholas on the board with a point. Urrutia serves.
That was an adjustment by the Devils there late. That was so close to the side wall. Arats bailed out, called for Etcheberry to save that Rabote, and when it dies off the back wall, I mean, difficult to get enough power on it. I mean, the back wall kind of sets the pace for the Rabote, how fast it comes off, and that one had not a lot of speed, and it was hooked into the floor.
Backhand by Arats, powerfully thrown. Arats keeps it inside. Nicholas with a fine catch behind the 10 line. Arats again, powerfully to the inside. Ball just missed in the backcourt. That's a 3rd point for the Devils. Etcheberry and Arats. Etcheberry serves.
You know, it's looking pretty good so far, but again, it doesn't really seem like Urrutia has gotten too involved in this match yet. Devils doing a nice job of keeping the ball away from him, but he will eventually insert himself into this match if he needs to. In terms of front quarters in this division, Urrutia plays more balls or higher percentage of balls than just about anybody else.
It's an excellent serve by Etcheberry. Rabote. Urrutia attacks, forehand, Cortada. That scores, beautifully thrown. 2 points for Urrutia and Nicholas. Urrutia serves.
And he wastes no time in that next point, getting an opportunity with the Cortada, shooting it and scoring right here. He catches it low. He sees Etcheberry a little bit to the outside. There's just a
It like hit the sidewall. It went to the floor and mopped the floor from there.
Say mop the floor?
Etcheberry. Remember, we're sensitive to mop. Catch by Etcheberry at the underserve line. Cortada.
Good one. Yep.
Scores on the second bounce. A 4th point for Etcheberry and Rotz. Etcheberry serves.
Well, he's really been struggling, killing it to the inside. Should be good for his confidence here. We said after last game day, he was, 2 of 16 on Tejada and Cortada attempts. Adding another one right there, and that was perfect. Urrutia to the outside, and Nicholas was much deeper than we're used to seeing him. A little out of position there in the backcourt.
Nicholas on the catch. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown. Robote. Robote left side to the inside. Nicholas from the 8.
Oh.
What a catch by Rotz with a hop in the corner.
Way up there.
Big right side on the Robote by Urrutia. Robote left side. Nicholas has this on the forehand. Rotz takes it in the air. Backhand from the 9. Etcheberry, midcourt, low bullet from the left side. What a catch by Nicholas. Rotz pulled that right from the side wall. Nicholas makes the play on the forehand. Robote forehand. Fired right up the middle by Urrutia. There's the backhand by Rotz. Nicholas is there. Nicholas again, this time from the 8 line. High and hard to the back wall. Robote coming out. Robote left side. Oh, that took off. Nicholas makes the catch. Nicholas will take that on the bounce with the forehand. Here's Rotz from deep in the backcourt. Beautifully played at the front wall. Robote left side. Picked off by Urrutia. Costavo 2-all stopped by Etcheberry. Carambola stopped by Nicholas. And Rotz looking to keep it alive. It's just out of play. Tremendous effort and play by all 4 players. This point goes to the Fireballs, Urrutia and Nicholas.
And somehow the Fireballs are able to put this point on the board. And in this sequence, it gets a little scary. Etcheberry's at about the 2 line outside. Look at this catch by Nicholas. It's coming back to his forehand, which is a difficult spin to handle. Makes the play and gets the point on the next throw for his team. Rotz sends it out of play.
Here's the backhand by Rotz. Caught by Nicholas. Nicholas at the side wall. Catch by Nicholas. Nicholas again, this time from the 9 line. Robote. To the inside, Nicholas is there. Powerful backhand by Etcheberry. Passes. Robote forehand by Urrutia. Rotz makes the catch. Rotz again, this time from the 9 line. Robote forehand fired by Etcheberry, almost passing Nicholas. He makes the play. Nicholas again from the left side. Rotz takes in there on the forehand. Crossing the side wall. Nicholas picks it out of the air at the 7 line. Robote, left side by Etcheberry, stays very much inside. What a catch and throw by Nicholas. 2-all. Stopped on the forehand of Urrutia. The Cortada caught the pad. 5 points for Etcheberry and Arats. That is possible. Set point.
So in the end, the point goes on the board for the Devils there, and everything's all right. But the shot selection a little questionable. I mean, he throws Robote 2-all, and Urrutia's already standing out there on the wood. I mean, that is a huge break if you're the Devils. Urrutia doesn't miss those opportunities very often. But it wasn't, you know, I mean, he was on the wood as that throw was being made. I mean, threw it basically right to him. It's just a huge miss from him. Yeah, it's just a huge miss by Urrutia too. But overall, Etcheberry's more confident, and you could tell by his positioning. Look at how aggressive he's been today, and he's much deeper in the backcourt than he's ever been before.
Definitely seems to feel much more comfortable.
Definitely some good signs for him.
Beautiful catch by Etcheberry. There's the backhand right to the corner. Out to the Robote. Urrutia makes a save. Here's Arats. Arats plays it high to the left side of Nicholas. Powerful backhand, high and hard to the back wall. Robote floating. Hard throw back to the inside. Nicholas makes the catch. Robote forehand, dropping. Caught by Urrutia. Low hard backhand caught by Arats. Arats backs up, takes it in the air. Oh, what a catch by Nicholas right off the side wall behind the 10 line. Nicholas again pulling it off the wall, this time behind the 9. Beautiful throw by Etcheberry and a tremendous catch by Nicholas. Here's Arats on the return. Pika Robote from the left side. Arats on the backhand. Powerful right side by Arats. Urrutia playing deep. Backhand from the 8 right to the corner, and Arats is there. Look how high this backhand is. It's coming out on the wall. Urrutia sends it to the outside.
Somehow
great read. Going for a 2-all. Nicholas reads it, stops it, returns it. Perfect read by Arats. He saves the Robote. Here's Urrutia moving in. Powerful throw. Arats reads that, stops it on the left side. Nicholas is there, backhand from the 9 line. Arats down low, backhand to the inside. Little clip, puts it on the forehand of Nicholas. Etcheberry's there. Scoop by Nicholas. Nicholas on the backhand from the 9 line. Hard to the inside. Arats is there. Robote left side. Urrutia reaches in, winds up. Gustavo 2-all stopped again by Etcheberry. Carambola return will score on the second bounce to finish that set. Point and a hard-fought set for Etcheberry and Arats. Taking it 6-3. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set. Easily can say it's the best we've seen Etcheberry play since we made the move. And we had the same experience with him at the last place, too.
Yeah, it was like the midway point of the season.
Yes.
It just kind of flipped. I was going to say the exact same thing. Just a vicious carambola from the outside there, and truthfully could have ended that set even earlier. I mean, there are opportunities that they didn't convert, but to your point, you know, he was so active, Etcheberry, in that set, was very involved, first of all, was positioned a little bit deeper, and on top of it, the Devils limited Urrutia's touches. I mean, he wasn't very involved in that set. And then when he did get some touches, well, he really tried to do sometimes too much with it, like that Cortada, threw it in the pad. It's like, well, that was his best opportunity. He wanted to make the most of it and ended up giving it away. So uncharacteristic from Urrutia, but tremendous play by that Devils team, led by Etcheberry in the front. And of course, you know, we were remiss if we didn't mention Arats back there too with his just awesome play. I mean, doing everything there in the corner. The singles win already today, and now looking for the doubles.
Positioning was perfect for Arats.
throughout the year, you know, Ruti and Nicholas have kind of established themselves pretty early on as one of the top contenders. I mean, they have one loss this year to, it was Iñaki Manu, 6-4 in a third set, and their other loss this year was against Zuleika Namigarena, 6-4 in a third set. So, I mean, again, that team is just a couple points away from being undefeated as well at 5-0, and this is a loaded top division of doubles. I mean, the play and the quality across all 6 teams is really just incredible.
We're seeing in the game day scores, I believe, without knowing this statistic, that this is a record for any battle court season for ties.
Most ties and as close as the standings have been at this point of the year. 6 game days left for every team. There'll be 5 after this match for the Devils and Fireballs.
We are ready to begin our second set. Urrutia will have the serve for the Fireballs. Here's the backhand by Nicholas, hard to the inside. Nicholas from the 9 line. Ravote coming out. Ravote, the left side of Etcheberry, kicks up, caught by Nicholas. Powerful backhand. Etcheberry on the catch, backhand from the 7. Nicholas deep in the backcourt, powerful backhand, wall to wall from the left side. Ravote forehand fired by Etcheberry, caught by Urrutia. Urrutia again takes in the air, winds up, split placement, played perfectly to score. First point of the second set goes to the Fireballs, Urrutia and Nicholas.
I think that might be the first true split placement 2-wall we've seen score out here. Etcheberry goes hard to the net. Aratz is kind of charging down the inside, and this splits both players up. Perfect. At the other facility, we saw this shot executed regularly. As that ball would heat up, that splitter would become more effective. Here, it just hasn't been quite the same, but Urrutia found it. And, see if that opens it up a little more for his side. Well done.
Here's a backhand by Nicholas. Into the corner it goes. Ravote forehand. Down low, a perfect catch by Urrutia. That ball's on the wall the whole way, and Aratz makes a beautiful catch. Here's the backhand by Aratz. Nicholas now from the 10 line. Aratz tip ball along the wall. A second point for Urrutia and Nicholas. Urrutia serves.
Fireballs were fighting from behind that entire set. You know, it's obviously much prefer to play with a lead than falling behind early, but this team is way more comfortable. Urrutia was a little reluctant to take those chances, but I think his aggressiveness has started to pick up and should maintain here even with this lead.
Nicholas on the backhand. Ravote to the inside. Big bounce again brought down by Nicholas. Aratz backs up to the 9 line to make the play. Returns it on the wall to Nicholas. Aratz is there. Etcheberry from the left side, hard to the inside. Ravote. Ravote forehand, rifled by Etcheberry. Ravote forehand again. This one goes to the outside. Too high, hit the screen. 3 points for Urrutia and Nicholas. In the second set, Urrutia serves.
He said after that last game day for the Devils, Echeverry, first in out of play rate and also balls thrown out. He's done a great job, especially in that first set, of just controlling some of the rebotes. That one just kicking up and out of play, just got away from him.
That's a powerful serve by Urrutia, returned beautifully by Rotz. Nicholas is there. Rebote, that kicks up, not past Nicholas. Nicholas now from the 10 line. Rotz powerfully from the left side. Nicholas makes the play. Rotz to the inside. Passing to the back wall. Rotate forehand from the knees of Urrutia. Nicholas calls for the ball, makes the throw from the 7 line. Catch by Echeverry. Echeverry changes things up, puts it inside. Nicholas advances to make the play. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Difficult play. A 4th point for Urrutia and Nicholas. Urrutia serves.
Had to be thinking about the big glass structure behind him as he was running into that back wall trying to make the catch.
It's so rare that you see. I mean, it's so rare that you see a Rotz not sure of what he's doing. What a catch by Echeverry. He blasts it back. What a scoop by Urrutia. His Costado lands out. Lubino shut out in the second set. Echeverry and Rotz are on the board with a point. Echeverry serves. But I mean, the way Echeverry picks this serve, he rifles. Look at this. Boom. Right into the cesta.
How about this catch from Urrutia? Scoops it right up. And we've seen if you throw a 2-wall from the outside, it just opens up a little more than thrown closer to the sidewall. Just take a little off of it, and that's going to drop in every time. He just threw it hard, and that exploded when it hit the front wall. Still about an inch wide. Not much.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Oh, Rotz is there. Echeverry will not pass Urrutia. Urrutia powerfully from the forehand. 2-all.
Split him up.
Splitter scores 2 points for Echeverry and Rotz. In the second set, Urrutia and Nicholas with 4. Echeverry serves.
Yeah, Urrutia certainly respecting that 2-wall. He's breaking hard to the net. This one actually ends up more as a split placement line. Fortunate break again for the Devils. I don't know if that's exactly where he wanted to go, but that's going to score and get him their second point.
Here's the catch by Nicholas. Powerful backhand follows. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Played by Echeverry. Nicholas is there. Rotz takes in there at the 10 line. Big backhand follows. Rotz from the left side. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Rebote forehand, fire to the inside by Echeverry. Urrutia up the wall. He comes down with the ball. Echeverry calls for the rebote, puts it back inside. Nicholas takes it on the bounce. Backhand by Rotz. Clips the side wall, puts it on the forehand of Nicholas. Rebote coming right up the middle. Powerful backhand. This one caught by Urrutia. Urrutia sends this backhand high and hard to the back wall. Echeverry's there, looking for the big bounce. Brought down again by Nicholas. Arats, backhand from the 7. Straight to the back wall. Urrutia at the side wall makes the play. Arats advances. Backhand from the 8. Nicholas is there again. Arats now from the 8 line to the inside. Bote forehand, kicks to the outside.
Watch it. Yep.
Etcheberry, back to the inside. Nicholas takes it on the bounce. Arats saves the rebote, high to the front wall. Urrutia takes it in the air. The drop shot will score. 5 points in the second set for Urrutia and Nicholas. Possible set point.
It's a great read on that throw. I mean, Arats sends it high from the backcourt. Beautiful catch by Urrutia. That was earlier in the point up the wall, but again, it's just one rebote that Arats lays up high. Urrutia with eyes on it the whole way, moving up right here, and then there's the drop shot. Perfect with Etcheberry all the way out to the wood. Arats respecting his power, staying in the backcourt. Finds the space where his opponents are not.
Ball over serve. Great duck by Arats. I mean, the ball's coming hard, so you don't want to like get your cest in the way. You know, why risk, you know, doing any damage to your cest over
I was gonna say, yeah, just get the basket out of the way. You talked about the damage this has been doing to it.
Yeah. Serve picked. Drop shot. Oh, he got to it. Rifles it out. Jeez, oh man. Clobbered him. Point and set to Urrutia and Nicholas. 2 minutes to go on the board. We'll come back out, see. Playing next set.
Man, hope that Etcheberry's all right here. Is he? Boy, watch out. Oh, man, it was a drop shot. Urrutia is quick, and I kind of saw this developing the whole way. I'm thinking, I hope he throws it far enough outside, and that was right into the back of the knee. Heck of a kick, though. Pretty solid.
Well, I'm trying to think if that's better than Eggy's kick.
Oh, I don't think so.
I believe that Eggy had the best
But
kicks.
the context, you know, his plant leg was the one that got hit. So, I mean, the fact that that was hurt and got that much power behind it.
Excellent assessment.
Thank you, Steve.
Dr. Blackman. Very good.
We'll get Rebote analytics
look at this
on
shot.
it, too.
Oh, look at this view.
Oh, we're going to get
this
this angle, too? We'll just get every angle of it.
Crash
right.
cam.
Oh, no, that was actually okay. We didn't see a whole lot of it.
Urrutia blocked most of the board, but
And look at the concern by Urrutia, too. I mean, obviously, these guys are opponents, but they're very friendly. And he went right up to him. You know, you want to win, but you also don't want to, you know,
well, last
kill
year
your
was,
opponent.
last season, rather, it was he and Max. He and Benetrix.
Yeah.
When one was sitting on the ground, Benetrix caught one, was wound up sitting on his butt, threw it up to the wall. Urrutia caught it, still sitting there. Boom! Straight back to the outside. Like, what?
Well, great response by the Fireballs, and you know, just not quite the same play we saw from the Devils in set number 1. I mean, of course, Urrutia way more involved, which we expected, but it just wasn't as aggressive of a Devils team. I mean, up there in the front court, especially, a couple of shot opportunities just didn't really work out for him. And it just kind of felt like the Devils were playing defense that whole set and just trying to hang in there and try to ease their way into a win instead of trying to go out there and just take it from the Fireballs' hands. Sets up a third set here, our final match of the day. So, Fireballs win it, they'll pick up a full point. If the Devils win this match, it will end in a 3-3 game day tie. Both teams will get half a point in the standings. See Nicholas there just making his way out alongside Lalu.
Etcheberry apparently okay, which is what we want to see. Checking out the ball with Nicholas. This will be the third and decisive set. Etcheberry has the serve. That's a powerful serve by Etcheberry. Our third set has begun. Here's Rotz, backhand from the 10. Straight to the back wall. Robote right up the middle. Played high and hard to the inside. What a catch by Rotz. Urrutia calling for the Robote. Fires it from the forehand. Etcheberry's there. Big backhand. Robote coming out. Rotz. Backhand to the inside. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Robote forehand, fired by Urrutia. What a catch by Rotz. Drop shot read by Nicholas. Nicholas is there, winding up. Oh, Rotz almost scooped that. He had it in his cesta. What a read. The first point goes to Urrutia and Nicholas. Urrutia serves.
I'll take another look at this one. I mean, Urrutia just does make the catch in the air. Placement to the inside, long run, tight to the sidewall. Rotz gets on it. Not droppy enough. Goes straight outside. I mean, heck of a read.
Powerful backhand by Rotz. Rotate forehand, low and hard. Urrutia is there. Backhand. Nicholas now from the 10 line.
Oh, came off the side wall. Good adjustment.
Here's a backhand by Nicholas. Rotz up high. Rotate forehand fired, but catching the overhead screen deep. 2 points for Urrutia and Nicholas. The fireballs here in this third set. Urrutia serves.
And that's been an issue for Etcheberry all season when he's been trying to open up these rebotes by throw it as hard as he can. It escapes just a little bit, and that one clipped the overhead screen back at about the 8 or 9 line. That was really deep here in the backcourt.
Rotz back to the inside from the left side. Here's the catch and return by Nicholas. Robote, splitter. Nicholas reads it, stops it, returns it from the forehand. Rotz, tip ball down low. A third point for Urrutia and Nicholas. Urrutia serves.
And that's the risk with throwing those split placements. If the backcourter gets to it, he's got both guys trapped inside. He can go with a 2-wall or send it high like that, forcing a difficult catch for a Rotz that he just missed.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. There's the backhand by Rotz. Robote to the forehand of Urrutia. He makes the play. Rotz from the 9 line. Nicholas is there. Backhand. Robote forehand is saved by Etcheberry. Backhand by Nicholas again. Powerful backhand. Caught by Arats at the back wall. He keeps it to the inside. Nicholas is there. Etcheberry, laser-like focus on that rebote. Rebote left side for the big bounce. Nicholas stops another one at the side wall. Etcheberry on the catch. Ball tipped. There'll be no shutout in the third set. Etcheberry and Arats, the Devils, have a point and the serve.
Well, finally getting one right on the side wall. The first mistake for the Fireballs team in quite a while. Tripping up Nicholas there, gets him on the board, and just need a few more of those to get right back in this match. Hasn't been the same level of aggression up in the front court. Certainly not compared to that first set, but Etcheberry with plenty of time to get right back in this match and get the win for his team.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Rebote left side by Etcheberry. Cut off by Arrutia. The split placement. Red end stopped by Arats. Arats looks, makes sure it's safe. Oh. He throws the cortada that is stopped by Arrutia. Here's a great play by Arats again.
What a catch off that side wall.
Backhand by Arats to the inside. Nicholas from deep in the backcourt. Powerful backhand by Etcheberry. Rebote. Rebote forehand. Picked up on the bounce by Etcheberry. Split placement by Etcheberry. Stopped by Arrutia. Arrutia with a softer touch caught the pad. That's a second point for Etcheberry and Arats, the Devils.
Well, in the previous,
Etcheberry serves.
Sorry, Stu. In the previous set, Arrutia overthrew one of those costados from the outside. So this time, he tries to cut off the swing a little bit more, take some speed off of it, add some spin, but didn't even reach the front wall this time, caught the pad. So it's the balance of finding just enough power to reach, but not to overthrow it, send it out of play.
He didn't reach that section of the Andrew Blippen book on.
No, you got to get to chapter like 40 to get there, but it's there still.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Caught by Arats. Arats on the backhand from the 8 line. Etcheberry hard to the inside. Nicholas is there. Backhand from the 8 line.
I even had it translated to French this year. And
did you? Were the French sales good?
Better than the U.S. sales.
Arats on the catch here at the backhand. Placement back to the inside. Arrutia gets there. Backhand, safely placed, straight back. Rebote by Etcheberry to the inside. Big bounce brought down by Nicholas. Arats, powerfully, right to the corner. Oh, that ball is tipped on the wall. Tremendous play by all 4 players again. We are tied up at 3-3.
Is Nicholas coming out? Yeah, I think he is. Nicholas is stepping out after that miss.
Nicholas is coming off.
Well, I know he was dealing with that leg injury before, and maybe the same thing. We'll see here in just a moment. Take a quick break in this match here at 3-3, officially in an injury timeout for Nicholas.
That's that leg, same spot. So,
nice reaching for the calf down there.
Yeah, I don't think they were working on the calf before. I think literally they were working above the knee on the front.
And of course, if you've been dealing with an injury and then you start to
trainer,
see the trainer coming out there too and just explaining what's going on, but you start to compensate one way and then it could start to impact another injury there on that same leg, and that could be the case with Nicholas. And you see him trying to stretch it out. And we are 3-3 in the third set, with just a couple points left in this match, so for him to come out, it's definitely bothering him.
Oh, no question about it. And oh, yeah, you see he takes a stutter step right there. He's already reaching for it. He's not.
So again, just getting word here from the chief judge exactly what's going on. He does have a couple more minutes left in the injury timeout. You have up to 5 minutes to make a determination if you can continue. And at that point, the the Fireballs could either bring in a sub or forfeit. I mean, I imagine they're not going to forfeit a match 3-3 here.
Wow,
I mean,
folks, you get a view of our training room.
Oh, and someone on the, okay. You know what?
And we're just rolling up on 2 minutes here. So we're still within the 5-minute break. We're trying to loosen up that calf.
Yeah.
Within the 5 minutes, that would allow him to finish off that. That's going to be a tall order.
Getting a metal rod into that calf. I mean, he's definitely in pain. And Nicholas has been, he's dealt with injuries throughout his career. I mean, he played through a bicep injury one of the early seasons of Battle Court, which was just crazy with his usage.
Well, and I'm also not sure which one of his. He had a very badly damaged leg in an accident, a car accident, many years ago. And I don't know. I don't remember which leg it was.
And we'll see Nicholas over there. I mean, he's just, walking pretty gingerly on it. That's how it looks in the back, folks. There it is. Oop. You're getting to the right side of that. Uh-oh. So all the other players back out on the court, and just waiting on Nicholas here and waiting for a determination, because he's got a minute and a half left here to make a decision. At that point, the Fireballs either have to bring in a sub or Nicholas has to continue. The Fireballs have a couple options. I mean, you see Lalu there. I mean, he's not typically a backcourter. He could come into this match if they need, or Ikeda is actually the next highest ranked backcourter. But
Nicholas is walking towards his equipment.
He's walking, and no one's made a move to put on equipment. So.
Sorry, his equipment's not there. I thought his equipment was there.
Oh, well, Lalu's taking off
All right,
his shirt.
grabbing his helmet.
Okay. He's got
Unless
the
he's
helmet
going
on.
skateboarding, which would make sense with a leg injury. I believe he's coming back out.
Yeah, but it looks like Lalu preparing just in case. He's going to at least give it a go on this point. Tied up 3-3 here in the third set. Nicholas making his way back out there to continue this match.
That break was within the time period, 4 minutes, 19 seconds. Nicholas on the catch. Here's the backhand, powerfully thrown. Etcheberry on the rebote. Urrutia cuts it off. Backhand. Etcheberry gets in there, makes the save. Urrutia cuts it off. Fires it back inside where it scores. 4 points for Urrutia and Nicholas of the Fireballs. Urrutia serves.
A little overcommitment defensively this time. You see Arats and Etcheberry both taking off to the inside. Arats was telling Etcheberry, stay in, but just a little out of position. You get it over his head. It's going to drop in there to score. 4-3 lead back to the Fireballs. And I can imagine Urrutia is going to try to end it as quickly as possible and not allow Nicholas to play as many balls.
Powerful backhand. Rebote coming out. Arats from the 10 line. Urrutia powerfully from the backhand. Rebote for Etcheberry. Nicholas calls for the catch. Right side. Here's the backhand by Urrutia. Arats is there. One thing this is doing is this is giving everybody an opportunity to see a backcourter's or a highlight player's positioning. Because Nicholas is not going to be wanting to do much moving around.
Right.
Move into position where you think it's going to be. Placement to the inside. Read by Nicholas. Stopped by Nicholas. Here's the backhand. Into the corner, and Arats is there. Robote left side. Cut off by Etcheberry. 2-all by Etcheberry. Caught, but dropped by Urrutia. 4-4 is the score. In our third and final set.
Boy, this is coming fast, but it is certainly catchable for Urrutia. Hits in the middle of the basket. It's riding on the tip, and oh man, it just pops out there at the last second. Yeah, Nicholas is, I mean, he's moving up on the ball here, but he's not moving too well side to side. I mean, it's pretty hard to take advantage of that, but we'll see how the Devils try to do so.
Powerful backhand, that ball's tipped.
Weren't expecting that one.
That is 5 points for Urrutia and Nicholas. This is possible. Match point. Wow, that happened quick,
miss.
huh?
I mean, it was in the middle of the court.
Miss? I mean, Arats never misses.
No, I mean, I wasn't even prepared to look up because I didn't think that ball was going to be the one that was missed. Here we are.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Arats moves up, makes the catch. Nicholas, fine play from the 9 line. Powerfully thrown. Arats is there. Nicholas now on the catch, backhand from the 10 line. Powerful backhand to the outside. Oh, Nicholas makes the catch. Forehand played to cross the wall, but Arats stops it before it gets there. Robote coming out. Powerful forehand, Robote caught by Arats. Here's the backhand. Urrutia calls for the Robote, fires it up from the right side. Arats takes that off the wall with a beautiful catch. Wall and ball, get you every time. Here's the catch by Arats. Yeah, that was a little close. All right, there's the backhand by Nicholas. Arats is there. Nicholas pulls that off the wall. Backhand to the outside. Arats is there. Arats mid-wall placement.
Look at
Urrutia cuts it off. Big backhand. Robote comes to the outside. Actually, mid-court. Nicholas takes it on the bounce. Backhand from the 8 to the outside. Arats is there again. Low, and Nicholas makes the catch. I mean, he obviously doesn't want to hit Urrutia, but, you know, he would like to throw a cortada. Here's the catch by Nicholas.
Another one opening up.
Forehand over the top. Urrutia has it. Backhand thrown powerfully. Robote coming out, and Etcheberry's on it. Urrutia cuts it off, winds up. Costado inside, caught in the air by Arats. Arats fakes the 2-all, puts it inside, and Nicholas is there. Backhand, wall to wall, out to the Robote. Nicholas takes it on the forehand. Arats with the catch and the backhand at the 9 line. Hits the back wall. Robote saved by Urrutia. Powerful backhand. High along the overhead screen, out to the Robote. Fired from the forehand of Etcheberry. Cut off on the tip by Urrutia. Robote for Etcheberry. Placement to the outside with a soft touch. Urrutia is all over it. Rifles a cortada to score for the win. Point set in a hard fought match for Urrutia and Nicholas and the Fireballs, taking it 6-4 in the third set.
Cortada there just rifled inside by Urrutia, and the Fireballs win the game day in the third set of our final match. We're going to hear from Urrutia Nicholas coming up here in just a few moments.
Real money games are live in Florida. Real money games are live in Florida!
Real money games are live in Florida.
Real money games are
games powered by Pass Motor Racing are now live in Florida, only on Hard Rock Bet. All you need is $1 to start. Win money your first 24 hours or get a games bonus back up to $100.
Here with our winners, Urrutia and Nicholas. Tough match, lost that first set, but how were you guys able to get back in the match and ultimately win, Urrutia?
Yeah, it was. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
It was a difficult match.
Yeah.
Because the first set, we miss a lot of ball. We don't play the good strategy. And for the second and the third set, we changed this. And it's finished good for him, for me and Nico. And it's good. I'm happy to win today.
Yeah, and Nicholas, for you, I mean, gutting it out there at the end, how are you feeling after that match?
A little bit frustrated.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of pain, but I'm okay. I'm happy for the win, for my team, and for Thomas and me. And yeah, it's important 1 point, and now focus for the next season.
Awesome,
for the
guys.
next, match.
Yeah, right back in the playoffs with that win. Congratulations, guys. Let's take a look at those standings here before we depart. There you see the Fireballs now with 5 points, tied with the Cyclones. The Fireballs are in third. Chargers still at the top, and the Renegades holding on to that final playoff spot with the Warriors and Devils on the outside looking in. Folks, we appreciate you joining us for the first part of our doubleheader, but we're going to be back in just about an hour to do it all again. It's going to be the Chargers and the Warriors. We'll see you then, everybody.